like an animal stuck in a cage and I'm ready to break out. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. This time, like the last time, you better get ready to race to the top. I'm ready to do this, show you what the truth is. I step on the field, it's time to get real, I'm feeling so ruthless. My time.
Game 1 in the books. Animals walk out with the victory, which brings us to Game 2, and which many a year would be the game of the year. This is our premier game of the week. The Patterson U and the Trenton brothers in Christ. LJ, we talked about it in Game 1. You've had a couple of years away, but what does it sound like when I say BICU to you? Let me know how that makes you feel.
Well, here's the thing, right? When you say a couple years, it makes you feel old. Say a couple seasons.
True.
I've been away a couple seasons. I'm glad I'm back. Shout out to my man Big Rob and Matt Ryan, my guys. Listen.
This is what it's about.
This is what it's all about, right?
And it's about BIC first, the defending A7FL national champions led by a guy you named, Mr. Hollywood. Was that a good one? And that's Ashanti worthy, and he is all that Hollywood is. He's big lights, star plays, action. There's Kason Campbell, the record holder for catches, yards, and touchdowns in a season last year with his breakout performance, making the claim to be wide receiver 1. There's one of the many touchdowns he had. These ones coming against the Insomniacs in the championship in Trenton. So BIC comes into this game with a lot that they've built, a lot to build on, but a lot yet still to prove as these young players go from winning 1, looking to turn success into a dynasty. And that brings us to Sterry Codrington, their quarterback, who, yeah, there's been good play from the wide receivers, but it all starts with a guy who led the league in passing, rushing, touchdowns with 0 turnovers, LJ, in the entire season. That's why he's your MVP. That's why he's probably the most important player in this league. And that's why coming into this Week 1 matchup against the U, he's looking to turn on the Jets and take advantage of that roster with tons of talent. But LJ, you know, I know, when these two teams match up, it doesn't matter who won the last one, it's going to be tight. Last year was 45-40, BIC won. But the U, after maybe a disappointing campaign last year, they're back here and they want revenge.
They want revenge. They want blood. You know, it's crazy that Patterson actually has been, like, you know, the cornerstone, if you will, Patterson U and BIC, even, you know, before even my time, right? BIC has created a script, right? And now they're the defending champions, right? World champions, defending champions. Every type of champion you need, every type of champion you want. And now the U wants that, right? The U understands that the East Coast has brought the chip back to, you know, Jersey, respectfully, right? And now the U wants payback, right? Every year it's Patterson versus Trenton. Every year, from north to south, it's been like that since the good old days, right? So right now we got I prepared. We're gonna have a goodie. Oh man, we got ourselves a good one. Can't wait.
Can't wait indeed. So they've done the toss, and it's actually Hirsch back on the field in a jersey for BIC. I was told he's retiring, but you can't get rid of him. There he is, Hirsch. And BIC looks like after the U wins the toss and defers, BIC will send one of their electric returners back to start their season with a 3-on-1. We talked a lot about BIC being the defending champs, but it's the U, I think, with a lot to prove. Whenever they have an opportunity to play this BIC team, they're going to come fully staffed, fully loaded, ready to rock. And I think for teams that look at the U, and maybe some would say their aging roster, maybe some would say that they don't look like the same, air quotes, U as the past. They still have Huff. Ryan Shamar is still leading that team. And if you look at that sideline, there's plenty of guys there to make plays on both sides of the ball. Mm-hmm. They have the size. They have the want to. And they have that feeling in their gut that they just need to get that get back because revenge is a huge motivator, especially in this rivalry in which teams that have won the championship the year before, LJ, are 0-3 heading into this game as defending champs recently. So it's going to definitely be interesting when we finally throw it off to start our 4 p.m. game of the week here in Asbury Park. That's Huff, and he'll be throwing it off. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a certain name for the city of L.A. back there to return it for BIC.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, he's referring to Hollywood.
Ashante Worthy. Man.
Oh, man.
I can get into the weeds with this, but as we kind of just transition over, I'm just going to, break kayfabe a little bit. Mm-hmm. One of the most frustrating games I ever played is a game against BIC in which my team was winning 18-6 going into the fourth, and that man by himself, not Moon, but across the field from him, Ashanti Worthy, scored 24 unanswered points himself. And my game that you were calling, Ryan DePaul was calling me Kyle Reese from Terminator. I was just a loser that day because Ashanti Worthy is that man. And that is Huff, maybe the greatest quarterback in the history of this league, and definitely one of the great throwers of the football, about to throw it off to start this game. There were questions on if Huff would be back. No Limit.pro.
Fatigue level 0.
Shout outs to No Limit. Listen, Ashante's not wearing the wearable biometric shorts right now, but if he was, they'd be electrified.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. My man Hollywood. You guys know how much speed he has, and he hits that sideline. Whoa, out of bounds. Quickly, close to about the 45-yard line. First
and that's Huff with the throw. Also makes the stop on the sideline. Not a touchdown, which sometimes, let's be honest, we're a little spoiled with Ashanti Worthy. Sometimes we expect too much. But great field position for BIC and their MVP quarterback, Sterry Codrington, coming out into the huddle. But here's the return again. And you see the stop.
Corey, talk to me a little bit more about, outside of Hollywood, talk to me a little bit more about the offense that BIC has.
Well, you see they got Bone in at tight end, trips to the top of your screen, and then in motion, new big guy.
A quick screen to
Ashanti.
Give him the ball early, give him the ball fast.
And it also gets your quarterback in rhythm. Those quick throws, for me especially, just speaking from experience, but for any quarterback, getting the ball into a playmaker's hands, getting the ball, moving forward, going with that high-tempo offense, it's going to put the U in positions that are tough. Now, it's interesting to see not just the personnel for the offense, but for the defense. I was mentioning Quattrell Huffin, the quarterback. He is going to be playing cornerback for the U, at least to start this game. Also back deep, you'll see Ant Mo at corner. He's wearing the 00, and it looks like Dot Boss, of course, comes in at the bottom of your screen playing defensive end.
2nd and 5.
And for the BIC offense, number 11, Bone, bottom of your screen. Markai in the middle. Kason in motion. Sterry in the backfield.
Sterry drops back. Whoa, blocked down. Pass attempted to Kason Campbell.
And it's Dot Boss coming off the defensive right side. Sterry's left, and as a lefty, that's his front side. He makes the play by getting his arms in the pass lane. Knocks the ball down. Great defensive play. That's an easy completion. Kason Campbell's wide open on the stop route, which would have converted the first down. But the great defensive play by the stalwart defensive and offensive star for the U, Markeith Williamson. But again, I've been narking too many government names here. We'll stick with the Dot Boss for the rest of it. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the defending champs on their first drive of the 2026 season.
3rd and 5, Scary Terry. Got to make a play early. The fans are calling his name, ladies and gentlemen. Inside handoff. Cut back. Can he make a play? None of that. Dot Boss says none of that, none of that, none of that.
And that looks like a former U running back, KJ, if I'm not mistaken. He stopped on the run to the right at the line of scrimmage. Great play from the U defense. Will bring up the 4th down.
What do you do? It's early. What do you do?
Doesn't matter what I'm going to do. Sterry's going to go for it. 4th and about 6 on the 1-yard loss. And the U will sub out Big Devon Burton for another corner. They're going nickel package in the A7FL. That's Neon Dion, who looks like he's playing spy on Sterry.
How many yards on the bottom of the screen? How many yards going to give Case on Campbell short distance? Look at this. Sheesh. You got that
Good
much speed?
pocket, clean
right
pocket, fired directly to Campbell.
Right to him.
Huff is on the coverage. The coverage is tight, but the ball is delivered perfectly. Cason makes the catch, and it's a first down.
What did you expect? It was like a 4th and short. He's like 5 to 7 off the line of scrimmage.
Well, I'll tell you this. Sterry puts defenses in such a bad position because if you try to heat him up, if you try to put pressure on him, and you don't get there, it's likely a touchdown with him breaking, contain, and scoring with his legs. So if you try to play honest, you try to let him stay in the pocket, you don't rush too aggressively, you force him to throw. Obviously, he's shown that he is one of the most efficient throwers of the football in this league.
Trips on the bottom of the screen. Look at Bone. Bone's wide open. Give it to my man, the big boy Bone. Can you catch that? Bone, of course.
Caught it.
He's a big boy. Bone can't be stopped. Baltimore native.
And once upon a time, and if Ryan DePaul was here, he would pull him up in a minute. Once upon a time, Bone was jumping over, head-topping people on those fades. This time, he keeps his feet, keeps concentration, and makes sure the high throw is completed. This was fun. This is what I'll say. This was fun.
Everybody that mama know Bone was getting that ball.
And it's complete for another first down. I love the concept there. They go quick screen, fake to the bottom of our screen, the left side of the offense. They leak the tight end out late. He's wide open. Not a perfect pass from Sterry. That is a tough angle, but it is a completion. And once again, BIC moving the ball for a first down in business at the 32, moving in.
Conscious in the spread formation. Scary Terry's what they call him out here in Trenton, New Jersey, guys. Drops back. Got some time for that slant. That slant there, of course. Great pass, great catch. First down, BIC.
And that's the big man on the slant. And he made himself open by boxing out the defender on the slant route. That's a perfectly thrown ball from Sterry and an easy conversion. You got to love the big guy wide receiver, especially on a team that pretty much has every other archetype wide receiver that exists. You have the big-time, over-the-top playmaker in Ashanti. You have the route runner. You have the road runner in Matt Riddick. And now you're adding a big guy that can run a slant and catch a ball in front of a covered corner. Here's SJ on the run.
Inside handoff to SJ. SJ runs hard, ladies and gentlemen. You know that. Great run. Gave him about 6 to 7 on that play. Corey, talk to me about that.
Yeah, good tempo from BIC offense, keeping the ball moving. Again, every single one of their plays has gone for a minimum of 5 yards. That's the textbook Webster's definition of efficiency.
The textbook Webster's definition, would you say?
Of efficiency. And it's 2nd and 5. BIC moving the ball easily on this first drive. It's interesting personnel-wise. It seems that the U are still shuffling, trying to find out the right combination to stop this BIC team. But they do have to match the personnel that keeps shifting for the offense.
Conjuring a spread formation. Going to make a play. Fans want to see what we're doing early. In a quick toss over man Hollywood. Hollywood got that speed. Hollywood got that shake and bake. Close, but not enough.
Yeah, they're going to count him down at the 1 and on the jet sweep, which... Hey, somewhere Cole Gardella is counting that as a forward pass. What a cheat code to get yardage.
The ultimate cheat code indeed.
That's a short completion. It's too Ashanti worthy, so you're getting yards. But this is what I talk about. He's hard to catch even when he's in the phone booth. Everyone's around him within arm's reach, and yet still he's able to get to the 1 yard line, fight his way to almost scoring. Good defensive play by the U to keep it from happening. But you see here, this is just get out of his way and watch him work.
That's some good blocking as well.
Yeah, it's actually K-Wack number 52 getting out on Neon Dion, probably seals it. No one's going to call the holding there. No one would ever accuse K-Wack of holding.
You would. Why'd you do that?
Listen, Big Rob would have called him out way worse. Why did you do that, K-Wack? Why did you do that?
So what's that? 1st and 1 is what they're saying?
It will be 1st and G, otherwise known as 1st and 1. For those playing at home, it's 1st and 36.
Holy
if we're
man,
going
we've
inches.
got our picks. Oh, buddy, we've got our picks.
Nah.
Too late?
Too late. And listen, we are commentators with integrity. We have no stakes. We have no claim. We are here to call you
I can
and
pick.
inform you.
I can pick.
Who you got?
I got the U.
Oh,
I'll take the U.
Upset City.
Upset City, yeah. I think they're going to get the Madden curse, BIC, respectfully.
Respectfully,
Just for today.
respectfully.
Just for
Hey,
today.
listen, respectfully.
Just for today's game.
Right now, they look like they're handling their business, but again, no kicker. They got to punch it in.
Conscious.
Here's a little boat.
Boat on the inside handoff. None of that, sir. None of that.
And the penetration gets through immediately. That's a defensive lineman and Neon Dion. Some might say a corner. Looks like number 21 might be. Who's that? That's Chick? That's Chick.
Chick the third.
That's Chick. You can't hide from me, Chick. Another former Hawk in there. Now, if Boat's going to score from the 1, you got to block for him. But now, again, with no field goal kicking opportunity in the A7FL, the U can make a huge stop here. And after a ton of yards from BIC, stop them.
Play action.
But they got to stop staring.
Conscience, Scary Terry, using them legs. And, of course, too easy. Touchdown.
Yeah, Quattro, number
BIC.
4, gets 5, 4-6, and BIC up 1 touchdown to 0 early in this Week 1 matchup against the U.
It's like they didn't want to tackle the guy.
Well, if you look at the play call, there is a play action, but this is a load quarterback run. Back in the 20s, they called this student body left. And what Sterry does is make sure that KJ's body is going into the defender, and he has the acceleration to turn that little seam into 6. So reminder to fans at home, after a touchdown, no kickers, no soccer. We're going for an extra point from the 5 for 1.
Conscious.
And it's tipped away.
Tipped away. Good defense by the U.
Look at that size difference in that backfield. That defensive tackle is enormous.
Don't converge.
They just played Bone badly. I wasn't saying Bone's enormous.
Yeah, the level of disrespect.
But after a great touchdown, a great defensive play, which might lead to some chaos. Because the A7FL football is pure chaos at times. That's why Chaos Gladiator Fitness is the official hybrid fitness partner of the A7FL. Scan the QR code to download the app for a chance to win a free month of training or to start today for just $15 a month. Chaos Gladiator. Hey, you want to play on a field like this? Sign up at A7FL.com. But if you want to be ready, go with the official hybrid fitness partner and use the code A7FL for 13% off. That's chaosgladiator.com.
Got you. Look at you. Got your buddy that back there returning.
Yeah, Chick. If that's Chick.
Nah, that's not Chick.
No, that's not. Who's that?
I'll give you a clue. Lou Baltimore.
Snag Sosa. There he is.
Snag Sosa, ladies and gentlemen. He is in the building early.
And Snag Sosa, also known as Angelo Lewis Jr., back on the U after his stint with the Watchmen last year. And the ball will travel far enough. This is a live return.
And here we go. Snags. Not as much speed. Just want to get it there. He lost a little speed. Just a little bit. We still got that elusiveness.
Now, he has gotten some IMDb credits over there with Derek Stroman. He's an actor now.
Okay.
Ashante Worthy readiness, 100%. Well, No Limit, this break and this readiness report is brought to you by No Limit Wearable Biometric Shorts. Listen, we're getting real-time stats on Ashanti Worthy on his readiness because you can train smarter and recover better with No Limit. Check them out at nolimit.pro. So, inaugural drive for BIC is its score, which means the Patterson U have a chance to respond. And if this game is going to stay close, we're going to have to see familiar play from the quarterback suiting up in, looks a little weird. Normally we see him in 11. He's in the number 3 uniform here. But that's Quattrell Huffin, back, ready, and healthy. And here's the give to Dirty Dan.
Dirty Dan.
The Baltimore product.
Nail on that. BIC's no, sir. None of that. None of that.
And, LJ, you could speak to this from your time from the U's prime back a couple of seasons ago.
Sir, I'm not that old. We mean my time. Hold on, tell me
your time when the U was in their prime.
Okay. All right.
What the U love to do is use size, strength, physicality, and just an utter nastiness to get that tough, hard yardage. Pause. And look, I don't see hard body out there, but when they got a big body like that, Dirty Dan, maybe they go back to that style.
Hard body, big body, Dirty Dan. All right.
Listen, it's only disgusting if your mind is in the gutter.
Quattro
Huff.
Huff.
2nd and 9. Option.
Back to Dirty Dan, Big Dan boy. Oh, that's a good hitting right there.
That's a big hit.
That's a big boy right there.
And that looked like Ole Bell was the one who met him 6 yards downfield.
Was that personal foul defense?
Well, there is a flag. I'm not sure. There was a flag thrown early, so if there is another flag for personal foul, that would be later. But it looks like it's going to be on BIC. They're moving the chains. And that's a lot of yardage. So it's either 2 penalties or a personal foul. But the mistake from BIC will lead to a 1st and 10 again for Huff and the U. You see, there's some new, some old names back here for the U. They're looking for that winning formula, trying to look for it again. Right now, they're going to be going double tight with Dirty Dan and Snags in the backfield. There's Dot Boss in motion.
Snag Sosa, inside handoff. Snag Sosa moves them. Oh, good hit. He got another hit. They hitting. Them boys hitting out there.
That was like Big Mook, number 103. Funny little side thing. Well, there's another penalty.
Yeah, he going to be down for a second, man. They out there hitting. Them boys out there hitting. They're not playing today.
Yeah, Big Mook, he saw me on the field when I was warming up with my team. I am technically on this roster. He said, hey, get out of here. We need to talk about team. I was like,
Big Mook. You're on what roster?
We are teammates.
You're on what roster?
I'm on BIC's roster, but they're...
Oh, so you're one of those. Roster, they got like 75 people. You get a free ring. Is that what's going on?
I'm not taking the ring, but if this phone rings and it says Kenny Stansbury up there, you'll see it. You're going to have to...
Don't they got like 3 backup quarterbacks?
Well, many would argue the guys that they have instead of me would be more effective, but, one of those guys is Ashanti Worthy. Listen, Kenny calls me, I'm in. But Sterry Codgerton's more than got us covered according to what we've seen on that first drive. And we'll go back to discussing the actual talented athletes like Quattro Huff in 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, Quattro, keeping it, the magician. Makes plays, makes magic. Incomplete. Looking for the flag, and the flag is down.
I've never in my entire career, LJ Smith,
yes,
seen someone call for the flag.
And get the flag?
And then get it. If I'm not mistaken, that is Tony Totap, the Baltimore product, going deep, looking for a touchdown as he would usually catch from OG Buck, who is the backup quarterback, their number 5, calling in the play. Marlon Anderson looked like he got the call that he was looking for. Hey, asking you shall receive. He's got his hands out looking for the call. He gets it. And the holding call, defensive holding, will once again bring up 1st and 10 for the U. It's a 5-yard penalty, so not as much yards as you might like from the pass interference. But again, U on the move.
1st and 10 back to Dirty Dan. He's not getting anywhere. That U line says no. Stop running that rock this way.
Yeah, well, I don't see Sean Stevenson, their big number 76 lineman. They're going to have to piece it together on the offensive line because one of the strengths of BIC's team is their defensive line. One of the big additions, LJ, Trey Baskerville, one of the runners-up for Defensive Player of the Year, he actually moved over from being a stalwart and dominant defensive end for the Animals. He's joining up with BIC, and you'll see him at the bottom of your screen, number 32, and he's going to be looking to put pressure on Huff.
Huff, shotgun, looking. What kind of pass is this? But of course, to the dot bus, of course. Making first downs. He's just an automatic first down. Give it to the dot bus.
It's the kind of play we've gotten used to from these two legends in this league. But unfortunately, down the field, an errant clipping is going to be called, and that first down is going to go back. You see here, the pressure is from Baskerville, and it's a real athletic play from Huff to get it to Dot Boss. But then as Big Mook is trying to make the tackle, Aunt Mo gets in the way, kind of hits the back when he's aiming for the front. And that's a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, those 10-yard penalties, that hurts.
So
Especially
the way
when you
a
drop
clipping
distance.
works in that situation, I believe, is it will move the ball back, but it will be 2nd and 10.
What, replay second down?
The sticks say 2nd and 10, so I'm going to go with what I see on the field. I'm not sure if that's how it's legislated in reality, LJ, but trips to the top of the screen, and the U looking for some yards here. Huff.
Oh, good pass. Tony toe tap, of course. Good pass. What a catch. Touchdown. Patterson U.
Marlon Anderson, in his first appearance ever for a New Jersey team, goes up top, and on the corner route, Huff finds him for a beautiful pass. And he's looking to talk to BIC.
The level of disrespect. Hands the football to BIC, says, hold that, sir. Tony toe tap, Marlon Anderson, ladies and gentlemen.
And he's just wide open. I mean, BIC's corner dives to make it look like he tried. But he's just not even in the lane of the throw. It's a perfectly thrown ball from Hupp, stepping up in the pocket, tying the game with a beautiful throw. And welcome to BICU football. LJ, I have a feeling we're going to go back and forth a little bit here.
Listen, I told you already. I like what I like. I like the U. The pressure's on BIC. Defending champions, all the pressure's on them. If the U loses, they're expected to lose, right? Not the champs, not defending champs. They don't have, like you said, the Hollywood. They don't got that guy. Right?
Well, they have enough because they found Marlon Anderson on the free agent list with no Baltimore team, and they also found this quarterback, OG Buck.
OG Buck's looking for. Good pass. Ooh, incomplete.
Tries to get it to another Baltimore guy, Aunt Mo, not able to convert, and we call them championship points because they're important, but neither team is able to convert. Leading our score, Patterson U 6, defending champion BIC 6. 2:32 left in the first. And this tiny little break is brought to you. Drum roll. 6-6.
Brought to you by 6-6.
Well, listen, some of these players for the U, they're still great, but they're in their prime. That's why after they go, I was going to do kinetic relief, but we'll get there. No limit. So we're going to go back to that performance percentage on Ashanti Worthy, his readiness to score a touchdown. But if you're wearing no limit, wearable biometric shorts, you're getting real-time performance data to help you improve faster, train smarter, recover better. Scan the QR code and learn more at nolimit.pro.
Imagine having pants that having that available to us 10, 15 years ago.
10, 15 years ago,
Oh, man.
we would have been dangerous. Shout-outs to fans learning about L.J. Smith. You weren't here in the golden years where L.J. Smith
I'm not
was not
that
only
old.
the voice,
Stop
he was a
saying it.
defensive lineman.
All right, listen, guys. Back to live action. We're going to see if we can make a play here.
Looks like Trey Cohen.
Trey Cohen. You know Trey Cohen got that speed. Once he hits that sideline, he's gone. Having some fun. See if he hits it with a blip. See if he hits it with a blap. Stop and go. Squeeze through. None of that.
And it'll be interesting. What do they call here? Trey fighting for the extra yards. He got caught between Aunt Mo and Huff.
Nah.
But they're going to say he was down before the ball was out.
Yeah, ball went down.
That could have been a huge change of possession and a big-time advantage for the U if they got that back. BIC's lucky that that ball snuck out real late. Let's see the replay. You see Ryan Shamar talking his talk. It does look like his knee was down before the ball is out, but he's going to have to keep an eye out for that because Aunt Mo and Huff, they had him corralled. The normally shifty and explosive Trey Cohen stopped by great coverage on the 3-on-1. So it'll be 1st and 10.
Really disciplined on that.
Again, the receivers out. Kason Campbell, Ashante Worthy, top of your screen. Tyler Lash in for offensive lineman. Pulling.
Inside the handoff.
It doesn't look like he could get in front of SJ.
Gained about 4 yards on the play here, 3 to 4.
Yeah, and really didn't look like he had a hole, but he's able to just use his explosiveness to get that yards. And it's 2nd and 6. Sterry in the huddle, dialing it up. Now, little inside the A7FL.
Let him cook.
Long calls like this is a pass.
I
might be wrong.
If you're in the huddle for 30 seconds, you're not running the ball.
They're shoring up who's blocking who. 2nd and 6, Sterry in the shotgun.
What you gonna do?
Oh,
It is a handoff. Good run. SJ's on the go. Nice run. 1st down. BIC.
And maybe Sterry was in there making sure that they got man-on-man because on that 1st down play, they ran the exact same play, but the pull was late. So that time he gets his offensive line straightened out, ready to go, and you see the execution here. Down, kick out. And that's how that play is run. Somewhere Ryan DePaul is smiling. That's his favorite play in football.
What is it?
Down, kick out.
Down, kick out?
1st and 10. SJ on a big run. Gets a little breather, and they'll go spread. Sterry with 3 wide. Big man on the bottom, number 3.
Ashanti has slot. Kason Campbell at the top of your screen. Conjure with a pump fake. Looking for that deep ball. That deep ball's up. Can he go to his wide open? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Just
oh, my
out
goodness.
of his reach.
Oh, my goodness.
Sterry's wishing he could get that back. He's going to blame it maybe on an errant gust of wind.
He was wide open.
But that was
good play action.
A rare blown coverage from Neon Dion. He had the big guy on him, was maybe sitting on a slant. Not only is this receiver big, but he's got the wheels.
I think Neon Dion was probably just...
And just missed a touchdown.
I think he got caught peeking in that backfield looking for that play action. Because he was beat. It looks like, that's the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the first, LJ. And these teams are even, as they usually are through 15. Patterson U 6, BIC 6. You're watching the A7FL Games of the Week. So as we see Chaos Gladiator in frame, the A7FL sometimes is pure chaos. That's why Chaos Gladiator Fitness is the official hybrid fitness partner of the A7FL. LJ, listen, you're a young man, but everybody knows I'm an ancient dinosaur. So I don't know how these apps work, but what I found out is Chaos Gladiator Fitness. You could scan the QR code, download the app, and listen, you get training on an app on your phone. You don't got to go to a gym. You just get bigger, better, faster, readier, maybe, if you're an A7FL athlete. So, scan that QR code. You could win a free month in trading, or you can sign up for just $15 a month. And for premium supplements and performance gear, use A7FL. Get 13% off at chaosgladiator.com. So, we're 1 quarter in, and like a lot of these games, LJ, BIC's kind of feeling out the used defense. Used defense is kind of shuffling to see what personnel works. You answer right back on the other side, which brings up 2nd and 10, ball at the 46-yard line, and BIC on the move again. Trips to the top of your screen. But really, I don't think we've seen the extent of the fireworks just yet. It almost seems like we're a pot of water about to bubble into a boil. Mm-hmm. I think in the next couple of plays here, we're going to see some fireworks, LJ. And no better guy to go to than Ashante Worthy if you're Sterry Codrington.
Trips left. Looks like they're trying to figure out where's Bone going to line up. I smell a trick play coming to his right side of the field.
Sterry making some adjustments. Looks like they're going to be bringing 4 rushers, are the U. which means there's a free one.
Or they would appear to bring 4 rushes. One's going to drop back. No? Yep, one drop back, of course. Terry using them legs. Oh, he's off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. He's off to the races, using that shake and bake lateral. Hollywood got that speed. Hollywood still going up. Out of bounds. No. You're not going to be cleaning me up. First down.
And that's the danger of sending the extra rusher. If Sterry can break contain, there's nobody to play that second level coverage, and it immediately turns into a first down and could have been a touchdown. Listen, that pitch, that lateral was a little sketchy, if we're being honest, running across the field. But Sterry trusts Ashante Worthy so much that when he just puts the ball anywhere near him, even this errant pitch, Ashante Worthy knows what to do. Keeps it going. 1st and 10 BIC on the move again.
And it looks like it's a timeout. Timeout on the field.
So here's the replay again. Great block from K-Wack. No hold there. And you see the speed from Sterry. He's just too much for the defensive line. Puts Huff in a blip-blap situation. Ant Mo is there for the tackle. But, of course, Ashante Worthy, ready to help out his guy, picks up another 7 or 8.
And, folks, if you're just tuning in, you're watching the Patterson U versus BIC out of Trenton, New Jersey. I'm LJ Smith alongside here with Corey Hammond. We're live right now, Asbury Park, New Jersey. What's the weather? Is it football weather technically?
Listen, this is the first week 1 in a long time that I'm not playing. But I'll tell you what, week 1 in Asbury Park, New Jersey, it's either going to be cold or freezing.
Right. Tell them.
And so, checking in on our no-limit reader. Literally, pants on Ashante Worthy. He's at 97% readiness. Like I said, about to be a big play. Maybe it's from him. So, no-limit wearable biometric shorts. No-limit.pro. Do it. Train smarter. Recover better.
If I'm cogitating right now, am I checking Hollywood's readiness in his pants and saying, okay, maybe I should go to him because his readiness level is at 98%?
Well, listen, you're not going to check the pants directly. I think there's some sort of link up to an app, so you don't have to check another man's pants. However, listen, you put him in the backfield, you can give him the ball. That's what you can do. 1st and 10.
1st and 10, BIC.
Twins at the top of the screen. Shanti in the backfield with Codrington. Here's the handoff directly to Ashante and explodes off the sideline. He's tiptoeing
he got that
up
speed, and he's gone. Touchdown. Hollywood. BIC.
No one has bigger games against the Patterson U than that young man right there. He gets in Chick's face, a former teammate, to let him know. But listen, I knew it. So did No Limit. Ashante Worthy's readiness was at 97%. And all you got to do is just give him the ball. Look at the block from Tyler Lash right there at the edge. And Chick had the opportunity, had to dive, so it's a tough tackle. But that's why he's Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. Just give him the ball and watch what he do with it. Touchdown, BIC. They're going to go for 1 from the 5.
The U's going to have to give us, if they expect to win this game, they're going to have to give a first half stop. They can't just keep coming down here scoring every time.
Well, and if BIC wants to take control of this game, they're going to have to start converting on these opportunities. They almost sneak Case on at the top of the screen with nobody, but Ant Mo is able at corner to run out there and cover. But it'll be Sterry from the 5 for 1-point conversion. Looking to get a touchdown and extra point separation.
Got the time that slant's
from
there.
Their rival.
Oh, that slant's too easy.
And it looks like that's Manny Diaz in his first ever catch. If I'm not mistaken, that is Mr. Diaz. His first ever catch is BIC, converting the championship point. But there is a flag. Looks like this one's coming back.
Listen, I was about to say, because that was another score on Chick. Amir Morrison? Yeah, so. He's on the line of scrimmage, bumping and running, and then lose the
so look like false start from the offense. They went too early. That's why he was so wide open. And it'll be a 1-pointer conversion from the 10. Tight coverage, top of your screen on Case on Campbell.
Better not bumpy run. Drops back. Concentrate. Looking for that slant right there. Oh, good defense.
Ant Mo.
Wow,
Undercuts
Ant Mo.
See, the thing about Aunt Mo at 6'3" or about 6'4" as a corner, he's got a lot of range, and if he can stay tight, he can close that window up with a good jump on the ball, and he does it there. And again, championship points not scored, those can be huge later on.
He was
Great
there,
defensive
and he
play
wasn't.
from Aunt Mo. Another Baltimore guy making his debut for the U.
Talking to the players earlier, it looks like the U did a lot of recruiting in the Baltimore area.
Well, and they're making sure they're ready. And one of the ways is by going to my guy, Steve. Tape Me Up. Athletes every level trust Tape Me Up for professional athletic training and taping services from ankles to cleats. Steve has you covered. Visit tapemeup.net to learn more about how your youth sports events, or just in general, can get involved. That's tapemeup.net and scan the QR code for more.
And here we
Here's
go,
the 3-on-1.
folks.
Ashante throwing it back to Snags. It's not going to make it.
Snacks Olsen takes it. Whoa, there go one. No, I had a feeling. I just had a feeling.
Now, this did not pass the requisite yardage, so it's actually an illegal throw-off attempt.
Now, what happens if he catches it, though? What's the rule on that one?
Well, this should be one of those situations like, defensive lineman jumps off sides, you call the play, you get a free play. That should be a free return. Hopefully Snags is going to pop up from getting shaken up. But it looks like they're going to take the yardage from the return. Listen, everyone on the field is completely missing. The ball did not go as far. They have the opportunity to get the running start from the 25. Evidence shows that when you do that, you get to the 50. But Huff is just ready to play some offense. And the U is out there for 1st and 10 from the 41.
Quattro Huff, Dirty Dan, finally trying to get some yardage. None of that.
Yeah, he's reminded me, and he runs like that, a little bit of D-Train, remember, for the U. Number 32, a little bit taller of a guy, but we'll say same width. And that's a big running back getting a tough 2 yards. And it's Isaac Negron in the middle of the field making a stop at D-tackle, clogging up that defensive line. You see Dirty Dan's got some wrinkled up paper towel in the nose there, maybe a little bit of nosebleed. Tough nose football so far for both of these teams. And they'll shift to an open set.
Open set, shotgun set. Quattro Huff trying to do what he does. Quattro looking for that cross pass. No, none of that. None of that, Corey.
Yeah, so they shift to a spread set with no running back, but basically it turns into a wildcat. They look to seal the edge, but defensive lineman Ole Bell doesn't let Huff outside. They lose about 4, and it'll be 3rd and 12. Look at the play from Ole here.
That's just,
it was actually Trey Cohen that kept from going outside, but Ole Bell split the block. I don't know if Huff was looking for a seam to run through or maybe to throw, but either way, nothing doing. And it'll be up 3rd and 12. Again, Marlon Anderson, Tony Toe Tap, number 17, bottom of your screen.
looks like a timeout on the field.
And that might be Dubois, Haas Dubois at the top of your screen, if I'm not mistaken. Now, to be fair, a lot of these guys are wearing the shiesties. It is cold out there. Pretty sure that's Haas Dubois. And you see OG Buck, number 5, coming in. and saying something colorful to the BIC sideline.
No, he just told him, he said, hey, man, be cool, man. You'll be all right.
Well, what's funny is I think he's talking to somebody who does not have a jersey on, so should not be talking. 3rd and 12. Time here for the U to figure it out. And you see both Buck and Huff are in the huddle. So it'll be interesting to see who actually lines up at quarterback for this. Are they going to go with some kind of trick play here? Not sure. Oh, OG Buck will walk back off. And Haas Dubois was just lined up at wide receiver. So one thing that I've been seeing, LJ, is that with all the changes to the personnel for the U, it's really been a shuffling act on both sides of the ball, trying to find the combination that works. 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12. The magician, Quattro Huff, getting there. And that
Quick
is
pressure.
Isaac Negron is there, making his presence known.
And of the last 3 seasons, he's led the league in sacks the last 2. 2 of the last 3, excuse me. And that time he gets pressure on Huff and forced the errant throw. Will bring up 4th and 12. And for now, it looks like the U is going to send the offense off. And that's a rare situation for LJ. Just think of, again, the U's prime when you were calling games. Would the swagger of the Patterson U ever punt it on 4th?
They wouldn't.
Especially against their rival.
They would not.
So we are in a new era of the A7FL, my friend.
But we are in a new era, and you know what? Not for nothing, the rules are a little bit different as well. Because guess what? He wants to pin them.
But here's the thing. This is our first opportunity to see what some would call the punt, which is the change of possession 3-on-1.
Uh-huh.
And the rule is you are allowed to throw it out of bounds. So if Huff doesn't get it out of bounds here, that's a mistake with Ashante Worthy back here. And smartly, he pins BIC deep. They're going to play the field position game.
He could have pinned him deeper. I don't know why he did that.
Our score with 11:30 in the second. BIC 12, Patterson U 6, but BIC looking to spread that lead. You're watching the A7FL on YouTube and A7FL.tv. So we keep Huff on the field for both offense and defense. Huff really went, we came back to this Patterson U team, LJ, from his 1-year stint with the Animals in which he won the MVP. He played both sides of the ball, was a dominant force, took an 0-7 team to 5-2. Last year was a little bit of a disappointment, wasn't fully healthy, but this year he's back not only to play quarterback, but he wants to make an impact as a corner as well.
Well, we'll see. Condren, spread formation, got Hollywood in the backfield with him. Play action. Got some time. Good pass over here to Kason. Up. Kason's down.
And the worm got him. There's motion pre-play. Ashante back into the backfield. They fake it to him, run the quick screen. Get about 3 before Kason stumbles. This is blocked well. If he doesn't fall here, maybe he can get to at least where Huff is.
Yep. Forces
the open field tackle attempt. But the worm, seemingly undefeated, brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8, Condren drops. Scam in the field. Looking. Oh, he's going to use them legs. He got that speed, folks. Got a lot of speed. Close to the first down.
And that's what makes BIC such a tough offense to stop. We've talked about the talent that they have at all the positions. And really, they're not running a complex scheme in any sense. The touchdown to Ashante Worthy on the run, just a handoff to a really talented player. This is a spread concept. You got 2 guys crossing, 1 guy going up the seam. And guess what? Terry Codrington just has that sidearm that he can go to when the main weapon isn't working. And when he pulls out that sidearm, it's 4.2 speed on the run, which brings up another 1st and 10. Trips to the bottom of your screen again. And BIC on the move.
Condren, the Scary Terry. Looking for that slant. It's not there. Okay, maybe go overforce it.
Ooh.
Almost got a pick right there. Better be careful.
And he's got to be careful. That's Ski, who's playing defense, it looks like. I'm not sure if that's Ski, but he's wearing his jersey. Almost had the interception, but there is a flag on the play, and it's on the U. Also looked like it might have been roughing the passer. It's 15 yards.
Can't do that.
Listen, when a guy just won an MVP award, the last thing you want to try is that extracurricular hit after the throw, because Will Franklin and them refs are trying to have good football.
So you saying I can't give the quarterback a little extra little can't do that?
Not the MVP, right?
He must be protected.
Listen,
at all costs.
if hypothetically you see BIC's backup in there, myself, sure, have at him. Nobody cares about that guy. But Sterry, we need him healthy. 9 left in the second.
1st and 10, play action. Condren, Scary Terry, looking. Oh, what a pass! Almost picked off. Hollywood, having fun. He's having fun out there, ladies and gentlemen. He's doing too much. He's about to get in his bag.
And the pass is just out of the hands of Chick for the interception. Something that hasn't happened since the year 2024 for Sterry Codrington.
So close. So close.
And look at the velocity. Chick is all over it. He just can't get there.
He didn't run hard enough.
And if there's any more space on the sideline, Ashante Worthy is scoring after jumping over Quattrell Huffin. What an electrifying offense to watch this BIC team is. And another first down. SJ back in the backfield. Twins at the bottom of your screen. It's Manny Diaz now.
Codrington. Inside handoff to SJ. SJ still running. No blocking. Stop calling for the flag. SJ runs hard. SJ got that speed. Touchdown. BIC.
Now he gets in, but they did call holding on Bone.
Stop
Hate
grabbing,
to see
Bone.
it. There's a reason that side was sealed off so well. Listen, like I said, I play quarterback. I'm not necessarily really quick to call holding on any offensive lineman because, look, they're just trying to help their guys.
Let me see if
but
it's
you
holding.
could see here.
Let me see it. Let me see if it's holding. Yo, listen,
There,
thing.
at
Fine.
some points, there were some grips of Aunt Mo's jersey.
But Aunt Mo raised up his hand. He's holding before he was being held.
Listen, that's the second time that you have asked for a call and got it.
Sheesh.
You had Marlon Anderson looking for the pass interference. He received some yellow.
But that's Tony Toe Tap.
And now Aunt Mo. And there's both Baltimore guys.
Yeah.
And Will Franklin's from Baltimore.
Oh, shoot. You might have created something.
No, we're just joking. None of that is real.
Go ahead, Corey.
None of that is true.
Go ahead, let Corey cook.
But if you want to let us know about how the refs are calling this game, jump into the chat. Live, YouTube, subscribe, youtube.com/the A7FL. I'm just going to check on to see what our
Constant
commenters are
trips
saying.
left up top. Bottom screen, Hollywood 101. Who's guarding that man down there on the bottom of the screen? Yep. Everybody and mama know they're going to. Yep, go to Hollywood. Hollywood with that speed. Gain of about 5.
LJ, when he caught that ball, everyone in the stadium, including in the stands, froze.
That's right.
There's really nowhere for him to go. Almost every other player in this league gets stopped for a 1-yard gain, if that. Guys, it's 2nd and 3. Ashante Worthy is something else.
My thing is that you got grown men guarding him off the line of scrimmage 7 to 10 yards.
So we got Ike, 25199. LJ, welcome back, OG. We missed you in the chat.
Missed you too, brother. Appreciate you too.
We got Trevor Arlock talking about Bone after the catch. Ike is asking if they still got Trey Cohen. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they just don't be using him like that.
We got Stephen Knight. Let's go Huffington. Corey spelled incorrectly. Tell Huff I'm on my way. That's Stephen Knight. Trevor Narlock. Huff still him.
Huff
and
still
Big
him.
Boss Man and Ice Cream Struck still with BIC. Well, Dave Valley, Big Boss Man. He's on the roster. He's not here today. But we'll see. The lineman not on the line, Stephen Knight says. These refs, weird. So, asking you shall receive. Commenters go for the refs. And after another first down for BIC, they find themselves at the U25-yard line. Spread, Chick back.
Codrington loves that spread formation. Everyone got to be manned up so he can line him up and dot him up. Drops back. Another
That's
push
Manny
screen.
Diaz on the rocket
Hollywood.
screen. Oh, they tricked you. He's wearing number 2, but that's Manny Diaz. David Tender's receiver from the Animals last year.
Gotcha.
And it's going to be interesting with Manny. His story is going to be how much do they find ways to get him the ball. BIC's wide receiver core is already so elite. Manny was the 3rd in yardage and touchdowns in receiving last year while playing for the Animals. He's obviously got the talent, but does BIC have enough ball to share? Finding him, Kason, and obviously we've seen what Ashante can do. So that number 2, LJ, at the slot. Yeah, that's Hollywood himself. So
Kason Campbell in the bottom of your screen.
2nd and 5.
Bone at the top left at tight end. Flag on the play.
Delay of game.
me tell you something. Them refs be on it. That play clock run down to 0. If it's at 1, they're throwing a flag. You're taking too long, sir.
You got to get to the line. You got to call them. Look, all 4 of the teams that we've seen today have had things here and there that look like they're still trying to get on the same page. Is this still week 1? I think everybody's kind of rearing up and getting there. But delay a game, 5-yard penalty, and what was second and manageable is now second and long. And again, the U, until BIC gets across the goal line, the U can hold this team to 0 on this drive because there is no free 3 from a kicker. One of the beauties of the A7FL, we play football the entire length of the field. And again, the U looks like they're going to bring extra pressure.
Conjuring back in shotgun with that spread. Still looking for that deep ball. Conjuring up top. What a pass. What a catch. Hollywood. Touchdown. BIC. It's like a movie. It's like we're making a script here. Sheesh.
And listen, if you're a quarterback and you're trying to learn how to play football, there's what's called read progression. And listen, I don't have Ashante Worthy on my team. Well, yes, I do. But if you look at number 3, he's wide open. But here's the read when you do have Ashante Worthy on your team.
Look at that catch.
He's open, throw it, touchdown. No one was covering my guy, number 3. But the fact is that Ashante Worthy is so open. Look at number 3. He's by himself. Ashante Worthy is so open all the time. You just put it near his hands, and he's going to convert it for 6. What a great throw from Sterry Codrington. You might say, why didn't he throw to the open guy? Well, Ashante Worthy is always open. Shout out to John Deli, by the way, 7-Eleven. That's going deep cuts, right? Deep cuts. John
deep.
Deli, my guy. So, 18-6, BIC handling their business now. They do get a delay of game on the extra point.
Why do they keep getting delayed games? Corey, give me some experience real quick here. Update me. When does the clock actually start? Is it starting as soon as they raise their hand?
Extra point clock does not start until after the 3-on-1. So, look, it's not moving here. But as far as the play clock.
Yeah, play clock.
I'm going to be honest. After a touchdown, you know what they did. They were celebrating it for 15 to 20 seconds, a little bit too long. Couldn't get the extra point play. But these plays are really important because you see the more and more this lead widens by touchdowns, the more likely the U, if they can get the 2-pointers, can erase a whole score. But that time, the 1-pointer from the Ted is complete. This time, he does find number 3, even though he's covered a little bit better. And that'll stretch their lead 19-6. BIC, 3 for 3 on drives. 2 of those going to Ashante Worthy in spectacular fashion. Here's the extra point.
Listen, I said it again. I said it earlier. I said it in the previous game. If they expect to stay within striking range of this game and getting this win for this upset, the U got to get a stop. They cannot let BIC score on every possession. Touchdown, 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 touchdown. There got to be some type of turnover, some type of throwaway, some type of something. Give the fans something.
And one thing they might have to do is recover from that bad defensive drive. And the best way to do it? Kinetic Relief, which delivers fast, plant-based relief to keep you moving and getting your defense back on the right track. Scan the QR code for a chance to win free samples and visit kineticrelief.com to get your plant-based relief.
And let's say we got a new one right here.
Here's Mayweather.
Mayweather.
Get off me.
And he's trying to muscle them away.
And 3 men can't bring him down, but they do get him out of bounds. What a attitude return by Willie Mayweather. He's not getting points there. But the former Chief, the leading rusher for the Chiefs when they won their championship in 2017, you see his ability to play running back. I think that's Baby Joker, number 22. Just get off me.
They're really trying to grab that man's legs. Look.
Listen, if they didn't get him out of bounds, he didn't go down. Play's still alive. So it looks like Mayweather in the backfield with Huff. Bottom of your screen, Haas Dubois. And there's Tony Toe Tap.
Tony Toe Tap, ladies and gentlemen.
The quick screen, the tempo play from Huff. And they'll get a quick 15. And the U on the move again. Oh, no, that's...
No, it's not.
No, that's Dakari Mims. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought that was Tony Totap.
No.
Dakari Mims. Is he that fast? I don't know. It looks like nobody was covering him. Yeah, that's not smart. Oh, and here's the play action. Over the middle, Haas Dubois.
What a
That's
pass.
a big man to take down, and it's Manny Diaz. This time playing corner. Makes the stop, but not after a great throw from Huff after the play action. The cross route, Haas Dubois, he's wide open. Big, tall receiver. He's a former Virginia Cavalier standout. Big-time ACC option. Completely uncovered. No, nobody tell the U. Oh no, they got a guy on him. It looks like Matt Riddick's out there, number 22.
1st and 10, Quattro Huff, the magician. Trying to see what we can do. Jumped it off the Money Mayweather. One thing you know about him, he's always going to look to get that extra yak, the extra yards after the catch.
And that did look like it was a forward pass. They looked like speed option, but Mayweather got in front of Huff. But since he's behind the line of scrimmage still, you can throw it. And that play this is the previous play. Look at the play action. Ole Bell has no idea where the ball is. That's why we call him Houdini.
Gotcha.
No better blocker, LJ, than a great play fake. And Huff better than everyone. There's another great play fake.
More play action.
Steps
Quattro
up.
Huff. What does that pass go? Oh, too much. Overthrew.
And that's Dakari Mims. Open enough that if the ball was put in his hands, that would have been a touchdown. But Huff stepping up in the pocket, and as he was hit hard, just misses the touchdown pass on the play action. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 2.
But again, also like you said, right, keep in mind it's 4-down territory, right? There's no punting, there's no kicking, all that good stuff. So tech leads, that's why he took that shot. 3rd and 2, catch him off guard. He got 2 possessions, tech lead to get 2 yards.
And another unforced error that will lead to a 1st down. I believe, LJ, that's the 7th unforced, which is not really like a holding or a penalty. That's just a bonehead play from BIC going off sides, giving them the 1st down on 3rd and 2.
They're giving away free money. That's
But
what they're
listen,
doing.
this is going to be interesting, LJ, because I don't know if they're going to change the personnel now. No, they did change the personnel. The last play, LJ, they had 2 offensive linemen, 3 wide receivers, and a running back in for Huff. At least now they bring in the tight end to protect them. That's Dot Boss, number 2, with Mayweather in the backfield with Huff. And it'll be timeout BIC. LJ, this first half flew by. Each of these teams have had 3 possessions. And this might be the last one for the U. There's 2:18 left. BIC timeout. And we are almost here at half in Asbury Park. Sunny day, not a warm day. We got the wind coming off the river. We have the trains and the errant New Jersey cars in the background. It just feels like football, LJ, and no better way to get back into the booth than my longtime companion.
Listen,
Did I have brown hair when we first started calling games?
You did, sir. You did have brown hair.
Listen, I don't see any white on you still, so you're somehow beating me there.
No, I got a little gray hair. Oh, no, it's on this side. A little gray hair. I got some.
I see
It's
one.
not- yeah, I do
I
have
see
some.
one.
Yeah. It's called, I call it the Sultan, Sultan Street.
the 1 grain of salt.
Yeah.
Well, at this part, I'm just snow. Now I had to denounce the nickname of Iceman. I no longer support that as a nickname because of
Why?
the first syllable.
Ice?
Nope, not a fan.
Oh, the Ice Man. Oh, I got you. Oh,
So
got you.
looking now into the chat to see what the new nickname for the now not starting quarterback of any A7FL team, Corey Hammond. And we're going to look to our commenters. So in the chat, let me know what you want to nickname me. And listen, I'm not going to read stuff in the chat that's not suitable for television. But, hey, there's no rules against it, so
you can call him
type away.
Call him as Corey going to throw a duck.
Back to live action, as
Back to
LJ would
live
say.
action. Play action. Quattrell Huff the Magician. Got a lot of moves, ladies and gentlemen. You never know. Where's he at? Where'd he go?
And Haas Dubois, the Virginia Cavalier, former Virginia Cavalier, looked to come crack back on somebody on that. the guys from BIC are lucky he didn't actually connect, but that is Quattrell Huffin in a nutshell. The play action, impeccable. The pump fake makes the guy go flying, and he has all the wherewithal in the world to get the first down and put the U back at first and goal with the chance to get this game tight at the 2-minute warning.
Listen, he even shook the camera guy. The camera guy didn't
Look
know
at that play action. And that's Trey Baskerville up and at him.
Hey, look, he's trying to clean
And
up
Manny Diaz is lucky that Haas Dubois did not make contact there. Manny Diaz is not diving for the tackle, but diving for his life. First and goal for the U. It looks like another timeout from BIC, which is interesting. Oh, no, this is a 2-minute warning. But they only have one timeout left, so they'll have to work quickly if and when they get the ball back. But a really great drive to bounce back off of that about 6-and-out drive that ended up in a punt last time out for Quattrell Huffin and the U. But what's interesting here is, look, OG Buck in this league has always been a guy that you call in at the quarterback position to help you. But when it's been him and other Baltimore guys, it makes a little bit of sense. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're the U and you have Quattrell Huffin, if that's what you do, but it'll be interesting to see here. Will Franklin calls another penalty on BIC. That's a sideline warning. I don't think it will result this time in penalty yardage, but that is their only warning. The next time will result in 5. Will reset. Again, first and goal from the 7, LJ. That's 2 linemen, 4 wide. There's Haas Dubois, drops it.
Dropped it for that money.
And he's the kind of guy that he's almost like a goal line wide receiver. You get him the ball quickly, he could break some tackles and get in with his size and speed. But first you have to catch it, and it'll be second and goal.
Listen, all quiet. They're within striking reach. 19-6 is not a big. It's not a big difference. They get into the end zone right here. They get a stop. You know, they do this. They do that. You know.
Oh yeah, there's plenty to play in this game for sure.
Inside of the money, Mayweather can't be stopped. Won't be stopped. Touchdown.
Yeah, and he punches it in. That's money for Mayweather. And Patterson back on the board. 12-19. Cuts the lead now to 7. And with 1:48 left in the half, Willie Money Mayweather, Willie Easterling, another government for you.
Gotcha.
With the easy run. Looks like a little bit of holding on Trey Baskerville, but no one's going to tell anybody. And gets across the goal line.
Listen, every time Corey gives any of these players true, real government, I'm talking about talking about middle initial and everything, all you go to him and say, gotcha.
Checking our chat, Light Vegas 1, Corey the Gray.
I'll take Corey the Gray.
I like it. But also Greyhound.
No.
I don't know.
No. What
Let's try
about
to sell it.
First name Corey, last name Will I Throw a Duck?
Will I throw a duck? Well, not today. I'm up here with you.
Man, look me in my face, say he's on a BIC roster. The blasphemy.
Listen, it was as unbelievable to some of the BIC guys as it is for you.
He said, I'm going to travel with the team to Vegas. Don't worry, I'm still going to get my chill. Still going to get my ring.
Nah, I ain't taking no ring if they win. I told Kenny, if they need me, I'm there. I would love to throw the ball to some of these receivers, but Sterry's got it covered. Here's Huff, another quarterback better than me.
Conversion, Huff, the magician. You know he's making plays. You won't be able to catch up to him. Got some time.
This will take the lead if he gets it. That's Haas Dubois.
What a pass, Dubois.
He climbs a ladder one-handed with his fingertips. He'll secure the lead. Oh, no, excuse me. He'll secure a 2-pointer. And that will cut the lead now to 5. That's why these extra points are so important, LJ.
Listen, that's why I call this man the magician. Just when you think he's out, Just when you think he can't pull nothing
And
off.
look at this catch.
What a pass and what a catch.
You just missed it off the screen, but I will tell the viewers at home, just imagine it. It was better than that. Haas Dubois with a amazing two-point conversion catch on the championship point. So 19-14, LJ, this game is as expected. These teams are not going to get too far from each other, but one of the things that happened, there's the catch. One of the things that happen on these championship points, you see now, if the U get a stop, which is a big question at this point.
Not yet. When? When do you get to stop?
They're only down by 5, so a touchdown will take the lead. So, if they want to be ready, they need to be taped up. And Trainer Steve's got them covered. Professional athletic training and taping services from ankles to cleats. Tape Me Up is where you need to go. So tapemeup.net to get Trainer Steve where you need him, or scan the QR code to learn more. Tape Me Up. And here's Huff.
And here we go, folks. Most exciting time, the 3-on-1 throw
Ooh,
off.
and Kason Campbell, he's going to take this.
He
But
shot it in
Dakari
one
Mims is
before.
all over him.
He
Now
shot
it's
it in
Huff.
one- Oh!
Big hit.
Head fumble.
Fumble. That ball is not live, but that is a turnover.
Wow!
With a beautiful throw from Huff that forced the errant return. The sure-handed Kason Campbell is off balance, makes the mistake, and turns the ball over. And now, after that championship point conversion, the Patterson U can take the lead with a touchdown here.
Listen, I thought Kason Campbell was known, like most situations, to be able to take that and run that back. Take that, make something out of nothing. And just in this situation, he just, doesn't work out in his favor.
And here it is. He already makes the mistake to bring it out, but here's the delivery of the hit from Huff and then wraps the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of our league, making one of the best special teams plays you could ever make in the A7FL. We talk about the 3-on-1, LJ, and how it's one of the most exciting plays. Rarely is it from that type of play. Who other than Houdini Huff?
Houdini Huff inside
Hand
of
off
the Money
to Mayweather.
Money Mayweather, ladies and gentlemen. Money Mayweather gets too strong. He got a lot of strength. IS says no, not yet, sir.
Trevor Narlock in the chat. These games never disappoint. And shout outs to Light Vegas with the Endeavor reference. That's a deep cut. That is a deep cut.
Ouch!
Willie
ouch, ouch.
Mayweather with a good run here. And it's Manny Diaz again. They're running right at him. He does make the tackle, but that's a tough man to bring down. He needs all of the help from Isaac to get him there. And it'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. Now, veteran quarterback play from Huff here. You see, he is bleeding the clock. He knows exactly how long it takes for BIC to score. And he's letting the clock run.
Mayweather. Is that what is the ref going to call? Touchdown. And he flexed for one time for the one time.
And another big time touchdown for Willie Mayweather. The crowd beneath us, LJ, is stomping with you fans, excited for their team taking the lead. And just like that, we go from what was the BIC rolling to the U with the lead.
Listen, everybody wants the big bad wolf to lose. Listen, unfortunately in 2026, you're going to have haters. You're going to have more haters than people that support you. People see BIC, they went to Vegas, they got that money, they cashed out, they won. Now the haters are coming out. They want to see BIC lose. And who better to join on the bandwagon than the U? Now all of a sudden everybody U fan. The crowd, you can hear the stadium. Like I can hear the
there's some U fans beneath us stomping on.
I just know that
bleachers.
they didn't have this energy when they were down just 2 touchdowns.
They weren't stopping.
They must have been taking a nap or something.
Here's OG Buck for the 1-point conversion, and he'll throw it back. This play is live, and they'll throw it again, intercepted.
And here's the thing. You got momentum, you're hot, and this is what happens when you have 2 quarterbacks. This is an opportunity that they could have actually separated the lead more.
Yeah, well, luckily they got the 2, and they still have the lead. So, BIC needs to recover from that fumble, and Kason Campbell might need to hit up kinetic relief.
Got to.
And after hits like Huff put on him, Kinetic Relief delivers fast, plant-based relief to keep you moving and get you back on track. Scan the QR code for a chance to win free samples and visit kineticrelief.com to learn more about the amazing, fast, plant-based relief you can get from Kinetic Relief.
1,000 milligrams per bottle. They need all that. Kason Campbell needs that 1,000 milligrams right now. After that hit, yes, sir. Yes, he does. Fumbalaya.
Now, the Kinetic Relief CBD won't help you forget, but it will help you recover. 51 seconds here in the half.
I'm not surprised you got people running up on you in the parking lot. What'd you say, Corey? What'd you say about that kinetic energy?
Who says they don't?
Oh, man.
Who says they don't?
Let him cook, though. That's what I'm doing. I got two things now. I'm going to let Corey let him cook, and I'm going to do Corey, go ahead and tell him why you're mad. Because you got a vent. Remember your vent last game?
I did get a chance to talk to Kwani Morgan after the game. I wanted to make sure he understood where I was coming from. All good, all laughs. I'm sure he'll have a different opinion when he hears how ballistic I went.
Of course, good times.
But he shut me up with that 3-on-1 return right after anyway. If you don't know what we're talking about, check out A7FL.com or YouTube.com/the A7FL for highlights from our 1 o'clock game. But here, we got a good one. 51 seconds left, and it's Hollywood. And Huff just throws it out of the back of the end zone saying, listen, if it's him back there, it's better to be a touchback. That's how you neutralize a returner.
And that's how you beat BIC. You neutralize Hollywood.
That's how BIC might have beat the Insomniacs last year in the championship.
Yeah.
They iced out their returner on the short field.
You ice out the guys that kill you, the guys that make plays out of nowhere. Find a way to eliminate them. I don't care if John beats me, but Steve's not beating me, you know?
Yeah. Well, and Steve from Tape Me Up, he's going to help whoever that guy is beat you. And no surprise here, No Limit.pro and their Ashante-worthy fatigue level.
7%?
Only 7%.
That's it.
Which is brought to you by No Limit wearable biometric shorts delivering real-time performance data. Train smarter, recover better. And when it's up, scan that QR code, NoLimit.pro.
Conjuring breaks a huddle here.
51 seconds, one timeout. It's enough time if they hurry. But let's see how bad they want to take this lead again. Play action.
Right across that slant. Dropped it again for that money. Kason, what's going on, Kason Campbell? Talk to me about your boy, Kason.
On that one, he's got the slant over the middle. It's tight coverage, but the ball hits his hands, and if he gets it, maybe he has a running start and an ability to get to the sideline, big gain. Now, incompletions on the 2-minute drill, in my opinion, aren't as big of a deal as catches over the middle that lead to losses of time, but that's an easy first down.
Listen,
if he makes the catch, which he knows he should.
Turned into a touchdown. He just dropped the ball right now for the cash money. I'm telling you right now, mentally, he needs a big play right now. Kason Campbell needs a big play right now. Can't keep making these kinds of
Second and 10 trips.
Conscious, they call him Scary Terry, ladies and gentlemen. Drops back. Looking for that slant again. Of course, to my man Hollywood. Hollywood got that speed. Hollywood, that shaking big folks. Oh, the
ball's out again.
Fumble. User!
And that's his second forced fumble. That's a quarterback, ladies and gentlemen. You can listen. I know he can play the quarterback position. I know that he just was throwing the ball off, but that's Quattrell Huffman, maybe the best quarterback in our league's history. In a must-have situation. His second strip. It has many tackles, and both lead to turnovers.
He's walking around holding our run all day. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
It was not less than 3 minutes of real game time that BIC had a commanding lead, up 19-6, and their offense looked unstoppable. In just that many seconds, there's still 36 seconds left, and the U not only have the lead, but have the ball with a chance to score again.
Play action. Up top, check him out. He's looking. Quattrell Huff, the magician, making some plays.
He's got him.
On top. Oh, man, what a pass. Down at the 1-yard line? Very close. Quattrell Huff, ladies and gentlemen, if he's not a magician, there is no one who is.
Now, I don't know if that's Prince Reem or not. I think it is. That's the quarterback that stepped in for Quattrell Huffman last year. He was wide open on that play. No one was covering him. Quattro Huffin just has to survive the pressure, which he does. It's all over him, but it's not enough. Bone almost gets him, but he gets the ball out there. And it's first and goal.
First and goal, ladies and gentlemen, again. Ready to go. Ho! He's a magician, ladies and gentlemen, folks. He makes plays out of plays. Quattro Huff, you're seeing it live right now. Inside half to the big boy. No, nah, you're not doing that. Listen, if you guys are scoring, you're not scoring on the ground. Great tackle.
Give is to Dirty Dan, but nothing doing. No blocking, really. And he just crashes into the line of scrimmage, forcing the U to take a timeout. And again, a reminder, listen, great play to get down to the 1, but BIC in the A7FL still have a chance to leave a 0 on the scoreboard if they keep the U from crossing that goal line. The only way you can score in the A7FL is if you score a touchdown. So as great as it's been to get down to the 1, they can't get bailed out with a 3. They got to go and grind this in with a football play, and they got the big guys in to do it. There's Mayweather.
Mayweather, that's a touchdown.
That's his 3rd of the game. That's why they call him Money Mayweather, and that will stretch this lead to 7. BIC went from 19-6, but the U, with 20 unanswered points, not only takes the lead, but takes command of this game. 16 seconds left in the half.
Listen, 60 seconds is lifetime. A lifetime for Hollywood.
Well, especially on an untimed down that the 3-on-1 is. But if anybody thought that coming into this season that the U would just lay down and go away, you've never met any of these men. And like LJ said, he picked them to win this game.
Quattro,
they're in the driver's seat.
Good pass. Is it too high? Is it too high? Good catch. Good pass. Even give him a little toe tap drag.
And that is as dramatic of a drop-in dime as you'll see. And more importantly, LJ, that 2-point conversion now gives the Patterson U a 2-score lead. 9 points on the board ahead means that BIC has to get a stop and score to take the lead. That's why championship points matter. And this team seems to have no limit to the way they're playing today. By the way, brought to you, this break is No Limit wearable biometric sorts. We don't have the stats on how ready Huff is, even though we know he is. But if he were wearing them, he'd be 100%.
Huff is ready.
Because these shorts deliver real-time performance data. Data, I did the...
I heard you.
Real performance data.
Gator data.
That help you train smarter and recover better. Scan the QR code. NoLimit.pro. 16 seconds left in the half as I struggle with these reads. Somewhere Matt Ryan is shaking his head in disgust.
That's right.
However.
Your protege. He's here.
However, we have a 3-on-1, and we have Ashante Worthy back with another opportunity. Now, last time we saw Huff throw it almost out of the end zone. We'll see how aggressive Ashante is this time.
Let's take a look, folks. Hollywood, you can get vengeance right now.
The ball is up.
The ball's good.
Caught cleanly.
And this is my man Hollywood, folks. He got that speed. If you're looking to hit that sideline, he's going to hit that sideline. Get him out of bounds. Out of bounds. As long as you keep a Hollywood, listen, as long as you keep Ashanti Worthy, I know we keep calling him Hollywood, but that's his nickname, Hollywood, also known as Ashanti Worthy. As long as you keep him out of the end zone and relatively keep him from getting good field position on the 3-on-1s, you got a shot. You're halfway there, Corey. You're halfway there.
And they're going to say he stepped out at about the 30. He was running for a while after. It looked like he almost got to the 50, but he did step out a lot sooner, which does make a difference with only 16 seconds left. BIC, even if they get out of bounds, probably only has time to run 2, maximum 3 plays. So if they're going to look to try to score here, they're going to have to go for it down the field, and it'll be Prince Ream playing a deep safety for the U.
Scared of the field, getting that smoke. Look, there's a flag down there. Can you dump it off? Dropped it for the money.
Oh, my goodness. That could have been another turnover. Would have been the first interception since 2024.
Sheesh.
He does drop the ball, but there is a flag in the backfield, and it looks like it's going to be on BIC.
Listen, that spot you said earlier that we was running on the kickoff return, that was what I call a favorable spot by Patterson.
Trevor Narlock in the chat. What a swing. Second half is about to be crazy, to quote my guy. And the penalty will push BIC back. And it looks like they are going to take this to half.
Wow, when's the last time you've ever seen BIC take things at half?
Not like this.
Not like this, indeed.
And what once thought to be going to the script of BIC, that script has flipped. It's 28-19. The U have a 2-score lead, even though it's only 9 points. And we're at the half. Patterson, 28. Trenton, 19. Steve, you're going to need to tape somebody up. Professional athletic training and taping services. We'll be right back. Yes, sir.
All right, man. Let's finish strong.
And Corey, we are going in 3, 2. Go.
All right, so LJ and I, we took care of business. We're back. We're locked into these chairs for the next 30 minutes of football because if you saw the first half, you know exactly what to expect next after the rest of this short break. We are at half. The score, 28-19. The Patterson U lead the defending champion BIC by 9. And Carl Meisner, LJ, we see him on screen now. He actually came up to the booth to kind of give us a little bit of an update. BIC is a little upset about those 2 turnovers we saw inside of a minute in the second half, which is what opened up this score and why you see, if you can, the Paterson U are literally dancing on the sidelines and on the field. Number 3 at the wide receiver position for BIC, we have been informed, is Saeed Blacknall, the former Penn State wide receiver who played with McSorley and Saquon Barley between the years of 2014 and 2016. Cup of coffee in the NFL, and now here on the BIC depth chart at wide receiver. So when Manny Diaz comes over from the Animals to join BIC, also, too, does a former NFL wide receiver. And Carl did tell us, LJ, that he is going to be featured heavily in the second half with those 2 turnovers from the stars from BIC. Kason Campbell and Ashante.
Who's Saquon Barley?
Barkley.
You said Barley.
No, I was just slurring my words then. Listen, we were just outside and my lips are still cold. So
I thought you were talking about someone else.
Well, we'll keep track of and see, we'll keep each other accountable. If you start slurring your names, I will make sure just to give you a little elbow.
I really thought you were talking about someone else, maybe like a kicker or something.
It is a common name, Saquon. Most people think of it first while having a son as one of the options. But here's Matt Riddick and the 3-on-1 throw-off, LJ, to start this second half. And that's Mayweather. Takes off the long sleeves, but it'll bounce out of bounds, leading to a running start. LJ, some people say that that's illegal.
Wait,
you can't do that.
Let's go back to the Saquon. You said there's another famous Saquon. Name another.
No, I was being sarcastic. Nobody else is named Saquon.
Oh, okay.
So. You're saying there was a Saquon Barley. I don't know.
Listen, man, this game's been a goodie. First half, Corey, listen, giving the fans everything you wanted. 28-19, history of the game we was talking about. BIC now got a trail behind. Money Mayweather.
And hypothetically, LJ, if the U scores here and gets their 2-point conversion,
let's go.
It's a 3-score game. Mayweather past Ashanti, fighting through Riddick. And pulled out of bounds. So, Joe, again, put it in perspective for fans. It's a 9-point lead now. If the U, which they're very capable of doing, score a touchdown on this drive, cool. That would be a 15-point lead. Still a 2-score game. But if they get the 2-point conversion on the championship point, that means that it's 17, and which would mean then BIC would have to score 3 times to take the lead.
Listen,
that is huge as we enter the second half, because if it's a 3-score game, that means that BIC has to get 3 stops on the U. And here's the Huff with nobody covering Dakari Mims.
The Baltimore special, huh? Yep. What did you think? Touchdown. Patterson U.
Their roster's full of them.
Look at them. Still in the fans love you too, sir. Baltimore. They took what was that? The Baltimore special is what they call it?
That is the Baltimore special. You line up everyone in the huddle, go to the line of scrimmage, leave somebody on the line of scrimmage pretending they're on the sideline. He's wide open. All you have to do is make sure you don't airmail the throw. And BIC is sick right now, because right now they're 1 2-point conversion away from being down a potential 3 scores in this game.
Listen, if I'm a BSC fan, I'm saying not like this. Not like this.
Oh, no.
Don't beat us not like this. Listen, we're going to lose. Let's not lose to the Baltimore special. Not like this. Not like this.
All right, well, they're going to go for one anyway, and they're going to
Quattro
destroy
off.
my point.
He's a
'cause
magician.
it's not even solid anyway. And Dot Boss,
Of course.
he makes the adjustment.
Of course. The dot boss, of course, ladies and gentlemen.
And listen, what do they teach you as a D-back? You play the defender, you put your hands up when you can't see the ball. But Dot Boss is smarter than that. He sidesteps the defender altogether, still makes the catch. 35-19 again.
How many unanswered points is that, Corey?
That's 16.
More than that.
No, it's 19 unanswered points. They
There you
had
go.
6.
Yep.
Listen, I don't know how to do math. That's 29 unanswered points.
it's
That's
close.
insane.
Listen,
With approximately 3 minutes left in the first half, the score was 19-6. A7FL is chaos. And that's why we have Chaos Gladiator Fitness as our official hybrid fitness partner. Scan the QR code, download the app. Once you do, you get access for just $15 a month to the training that'll get you ready, and you could win a free month. Scan the QR code. Also go to chaosgladiator.com for more.
here we go, folks.
And here's Huff. And here's Ashanti.
Ashanti said, I'm going to get back in this game one way or another. I'm going to use that speed. What a tackle.
And it's
what
Huff
a tackle.
again.
What a tackle. What is it that he can't do, Corey? What does he can't do?
Well, he already has, I believe, the 2 touchdown passing in the game.
Use your strips.
He already has the 2 forced fumbles that have led to the biggest touchdowns in the game. And he's playing a pretty darn good corner out there and forcing Sterry into situations where he doesn't have an open receiver sometimes. Here's a great tackle.
Bow. What a
Not
tackle.
a lot of guys can tackle Ashanti Worthy like that, and Huff has been dialed in on those 3-on-1s. Maybe some of his most important 3-on-1 coverages in his storied career. Now, according to No Limit, the Ashanti Worthy fatigue level is getting up there. He's now at 15%, still in a much better shape than you or I, LJ. Maybe I should speak for only myself. I apologize. But those performance data wearable biometric shorts are looking for a big play. Here's
action.
SJ.
Scary Terry, hold on
There's
to that
Sterry.
rock.
He decides he's going to be the runner.
Good tackle.
And it's Prince Ream with a great tackle in open field.
Gained about 7 yards on a play. Second at about 2 to 3.
Yeah, that's just your staple quarterback keep. They go with the fake, leaving the seam. But that's a really good open field tackle from Prince Ream, who last year came to the U to fill in at quarterback. Now almost had the touchdown on that play. He went out at the 1. And with a great open field tackle there, shows his versatility. Prince Ream, number 1 for the U with the play. 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. SJ in the backfield. In Hollywood, looking for that quick screen. Oh, good play call. SJ, good running. SJ, the flags on the play. Let's see what the flags is.
And on a stretch play like that, it's almost
Holding.
always holding. Will Franklin confirms. Nice jump cut from SJ to get forward, but
I think
that's gonna hurt.
I think Will Franklin just likes. I think he just like calling the flags. Like I think sometimes it's like a hot potato. Like he just got to throw it out. I don't know.
Listen, on a stretch play, if there is holding, it's going to be an unfair advantage for the offense. Now, I'll be honest. I'm a quarterback.
Listen,
I'm always letting those offensive line do whatever they can to keep whoever it is safe.
listen, this is a veteran. John Madden said it best. You can call holding on every play of the game.
Yes.
Every play. Right?
And that time, Will Franklin did.
2nd and 11, spread formation, shotgun set. Sterry Condren got to make a play, folks. Drops back. That slant is there in Hollywood. Incomplete.
And I'll tell you what, LJ, in the championship game last year, in the Dome in Jackson, those crossing routes worked all day for Sterry Codrington and the wide receiving core for BIC. They were put on the money, and they're almost unstoppable to cover in man coverage. Because you see here, there is a window there.
That's a high
but
pass.
since the ball is a little bit too high, Dakari Mims doesn't have to worry about chasing down Ashanti Worthy. And now it's 3rd and 11, and it looks like you call a timeout to prevent the BIC from going hurry up.
Well, difference is They're not in the air conditioned facilities in Las Vegas right now. Temperatures, the weather, the elements are there. The weather's cold. The train sound effects is irritating. The huge defense is coming. You know, there's a lot going on.
Well, and this timeout and this 3rd and 11, one of the bigger downs in a game that I can remember for BIC, not because they haven't been in close games, LJ. It's because they haven't been in games where they've been basically almost being blown out. Another touchdown from the U, 41-19. We're talking about any other two teams. That's a spanking.
Yep.
And right now, BIC is down to the wire in what they need to do. And it might be their new guys, Saeed and Blacknall. Number 3.
Scary.
That Sterry's looking for.
Looking for that deep ball. Incomplete. Kason can bring that down. The pressure
now,
is getting to him.
I do see a flag, and it's going to be holding on the defense. Defensive holding will be an automatic first down. Sterry is slow to get up, but there is no penalty there on the clean hit.
Anytime a flag's thrown in the secondary, 9 times out of 10, defensive holding. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Now, they only get the 5 yards, which is the benefit of the holding over pass interference. And, LJ, the argument would be it's not a catchable ball. How could it be pass interference? But holding has nothing to do with where the ball was thrown. But in a do-or-die situation, as much as we've seen for BIC, they look to be bailed out with the illegal touching defense. 1st and 10.
Listen, I can tell you right now, it's 35-19, and Hollywood, for the most part, has been a shell of himself, as well as Kason Campbell. Two key players.
Well, Kason has struggled. Ashanti does have the rushing touchdown and that elite top-shelf catch on the post. So, obviously, Ashanti is going to be doing what he does, but it's really the turnovers. Because like I told you, LJ, pre-show, Sterry Codrington did not throw an interception, did not fumble the ball all last season. That resulted in a turnover. That's why they went undefeated. If you turn the ball over against a team like the ULJ, I don't care if you have, former NFL players like they do, or you have the MVP like they do.
Okay.
You're in a worse spot because you don't have those 2 possessions, which normally would have ended in 6 each. You do the math. 12 plus 19 is 31-35. So they're going to need those touchdowns now, and they're also going to need stops, which have been hard to find ever since that first one in the first quarter.
1st and 10, SJ in the backfield, Steven Johnson. Inside handoff to SJ. SJ runs hard. Get him loose? Nope, can't get him loose. Gave him about 3 to 4 yards on the play. 2nd and about 7.
And that's the kind of leader and quarterback that Sterry is, though, is he's not going to panic now that he's down and just start chucking the ball downfield every play. It is still smart when you have a running back like SJ and an offensive line like they do to keep the chains progressing forward, because now here at 2nd and about 5, maybe they do take a shot and they still have the chance on 3rd and 5 to, quick screen. He could pick it up with his legs. So it's just smart quarterback play. But you see here, normally, bottom of your screen, Ashanti and Kason. Now it's Saeed Blacknall and Ashanti Worthy. We'll see what number 3 can do.
2nd and 5, play action. Scary Terry decides to keep it, and that looks very close to a first down. Yes, sir, that is a first. Move them chains. 1st and 10.
And another good play call. It's a really good concept when the 2 choices of runner are SJ and Sterry to do that quarterback read option. But when you see he clears the fake and gets that acceleration upfield, he does get enough for the first down.
Yep.
But the U does such a fantastic job. It's almost hard to explain how great of a job they did, because you've seen it, LJ. A lot of times, that's a touchdown for BIC.
Yes.
So for them to only get the first down, they are keeping the chains moving, but good job by the U, keeping Sterry out of the end zone.
1st and 10. Quick pass over here, like you said, to the new guy. Great catch. Gain about 5 here. Now talk to me about, you said he played for Penn State?
Saeed Blacknall, and it's confirmed Barkley, right? I'll definitely hit that K. Saquon Barkley and Chase McSorley.
There's a receiver that plays for UNLV. His name is Saquon Barley. Yeah, I know him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Barley.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, not him. 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5, more play action. Condren running for his life, looking for that deep ball. Nope, gonna use them legs. He's out for the open
two
race.
hezzies keep him off.
He got the speed. Up, out of bounds, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, one thing you know about him, Condren, he is not going to give up. He's going out for a fight. This is a ball game. 2 possessions.
And in the event, for whatever reason, if BIC is struggling and for whatever reason they can't find their dangerous receivers downfield, he always has that ability, which he shows right there. As soon as he gets around number 54 on the edge, it's a first down. 56 on the edge. This is a first down, but that hesitation move gets him the extra yardage, and it's only because he steps out of bounds that he doesn't score here, running past Chick.
Right.
So Sterry Codrington, I call it his sidearm, right? His main weapon, his M4 in Call of Duty, passing game. You press triangle, you go to the sidearm. In emergency, it's just as lethal, just as deadly. 1st and 10, BIC on the move.
I like that reference. 1st and 10. Scary Terry. Jet sweep over here. Got some speed. Kason Campbell.
And that's a tough run on the jet sweep. Again, a pass play. Cole Gardella scoring it for completion there.
Why does quarterbacks get free pass percentages off of jet sweeps? Talk to me about that.
Well, he pushed it forward, right? No. Listen, the coaches that, like our offensive coordinators, will say the reason you do that is because if it's a fumble or something, it's just an incomplete pass, you don't lose yards. But everybody knows the only reason you turn
it's a fumble?
Well, it's not a fumble because you pushed it forward.
Ah, gotcha.
Right?
That's why they call it a
so
pass.
It's an incomplete pass.
That's cheating.
But yeah, if you want to get great stats,
Pat stats. What's it? Stat pattern.
If you want to get great stats, you put a guy like Ashanti Worthy or Kason Campbell.
That's why your QBR usually always be like 110, 101.
Not usually. But when you do that, it helps.
Back to live
2nd
action.
and 5. Here's play
2nd
action
and
again.
5. Scary Terry looking for that up top chicken box. Oh, incomplete. Short pass. Hollywood was
and
open.
There's pressure in his face. He's complaining about it. He's looking to the line of scrimmage and saying there's something going on. I don't know exactly what it was, but he was well short of the deep cross on Ashanti Worthy, which, listen, is uncoverable in this league if you don't get contact. And on the under route on that concept in the twins up top, Kason Campbell did find a little bit of contact on the in route, wasn't open, but that deep cross, it's a tough route to complete. But Ashanti Worthy wide open, Sterry just with the pressure in his face, not able to fully step into the throw, and it'll bring up 3rd and 5. 3rd and about 7.
3rd and about 7. Spread formation. BIC loves that. Scary Terry. Got some time. Scary Terry. Oh, good pass. Good catch. What a catch. He's fighting for more.
And he learned his lesson from the first half. Kason Campbell wraps that thing up around Huff with 2 hands, makes sure he keeps it.
No user for you.
What a way to bounce back. That's the Offensive Player of the Year from last year. Not having the greatest game so far, but that's one of the biggest catches of today's game, because it would have brought up a 4th down if he doesn't catch it. You look at the mesh concept.
Man, he read that
Ashanti
slant.
Worthy's wide open. But.
He was guarded by Damari Mims. Damari Mims bit for that out. He came back.
Gotta love the mesh concept, but it'll bring up 1st and 10. Sterry moving his team downfield. The clock is ticking, and they need that clock.
Kerry Condren drops back again. Dump it over to SJ. SJ, can you get there? Get off me. SJ said I'm too strong. Oh, almost had him there. Great catch, gave him about 7.
Yeah, Dakari Mims holds on for dear life and makes the tackle there.
That ball's moving.
But I'll tell you, I don't know if it was designed in a screen situation, but Chick, number 21, was coming right through the offensive line, and Sterry did everything he could to get the ball off in time and to an open receiver. So that's a great 7-yard gain. Just shows the depth of his capabilities. He can make those elaborate, beautiful highlight plays, but even in a situation where you just have to do the right thing, Sterry Codrington knows. Check it down. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. Scary Terry is what they call him out here in these streets, guys. Quick screen over here to the left.
That's Manny Diaz.
And
he fumbles it.
What's going on with the fumbling, man?
Do not go near Huff. Hold the ball. 2 hands near Quattro Huffin. Whoa. That would have been even more of a gut punch.
That would have been sick.
After a drive like this, it's not even like on the previous times where it was like bang, bang. No, they've worked hard to get here, and they almost give it away. Manny Diaz.
You got to learn to hold that ball. I don't know, with this one-hand stuff, only prime time really can do it like that. You can't just hold that. You got to hold that ball correctly, sir.
There's a reason old men like me complain about that. And will continue to complain about that. And it's exactly that right there. Top of your screen, former Penn State Saeed Blacknall, one-on-one coverage with Prince Ream, a quarterback from last year's the depths of the U roster. LJ, no disrespect, but if there is a mismatch,
going up top.
There is a mismatch. It's not only that. Look at the height mismatch.
Scary Terry, look
He's
at
Scary
right
Terry.
At it. He goes that speed. Scary Terry got them legs. Can spin away. Good run. Decent run.
Somebody get a towel for that ball. Sterry Codrington almost fumbles it there. Holds on to it. And on first down, get to about 2nd and 5. They're on the 7, so they still can get the first before it's 1st and goal.
Listen, football's about chipping away. Just thinking that you're down 2 possessions, that you don't gotta throw a Hail Marys all day. Just chip away.
6 on the board cuts to 10.
Yep.
If they get the 2,
one
cuts it to 8.
Yep.
Right? That's that one possession. That's
Four
that one
quarters,
possession,
a
2
whole
possession
long-
situation.
fourth quarter with 3-1.
Sterry, you look, he's trying to catch his breath. He's doing everything he can. That's just how tough this Patterson U defense has always been, and especially in this game so far today.
Wait, flag on the play. What's
There is a
the call
flag.
Here?
Looks like he's going to wave it off.
Oh, ref's a nice guy.
Well, that's Will. He said, threw in a lot today. Threw in a lot today. Let's
He met his quota.
Let's let him go with
He met
trips
his
at the top
quota.
of your screen.
2nd and 5. Scary Terry, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of times they'll send Ashante on the jet and hand it to him.
Of course.
Oh, they go speed option.
Oh,
and it's a fumble.
More fumble-aya.
He's got to get it.
More fumbleski.
Ashante Worthy saves the day. That was a terrible pitch on the speed option from Sterry.
Would you say also a terrible play call as well?
The play call works all the time. When they go speed option to the opposite side of the trips like they just did, they almost always score because how do you defend against Sterry and Ashanti? I guarantee if we look at the replay, Ashanti had nobody in front of him because they go for the pitch man.
But here's my thing. You don't think they're this close to the end, they're in the red zone, this close, down 14, or down two
You can
touchdowns?
listen.
Keep it simple, keep it simplified, keep it basic.
That's one of their go-to plays, so I'm not going to say that. But what I will say is Sterry's got to make sure that if he's letting go of that pitch, he sees the pitch man and knows it's going into his hands. There wasn't a really good relationship, and he misses on the pitch because he assumed where Ashanti Worthy was, and he wasn't there. So they're lucky that it's 3rd and 13 and not 1st and 10 for the U.
And it's another flag down, folks. Let's see what the play call is. See that guy with the white hat, ladies and gentlemen? All he does is like to throw flags.
Well, this time he didn't even throw it. He's just asking the side judge, hey, what's the thing?
That's his nickname, guys.
Okay.
Oh, no.
They wave it off.
I've never seen. How many flags got picked up today?
That's like 2 on this drive.
That's 2.
I mean, I feel like we've been in this drive for most of today. It went from daylight to almost sundown during this drive.
Scary Terry, he calls himself Quattro. Got to make a play. Spread formation. Kason Campbell sneaked in a slot right there. Look at Kason. He's open. Get there, Terry. Look at Kason. Kason's there. Kason, we want to make a play. What a pass. Incomplete. Why did you throw to Kason? He was wide open.
I don't know who he was thrown to, but he wasn't close enough to either of them. There was a lot of options on that play, only because, let's be fair, only because of Sterry's escapability, but Bone leaked to the middle of the field. Nobody had cover him. That's you know who that is. That's Q Bell, man.
Q Bell's out. No, it can't be Q Bell. There's
That's
no way.
Q Bell.
There's no way Q Bell out there guarding guarding receivers.
No, he's the receiver.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, man.
Yeah, so he had him late on that play. If he throws a perfect ball, obviously the ball is nowhere near the receiver, and that will bring 4th and 13.
Big play.
BIC, listen, there's 1:23 left in this 3rd quarter. They want to cut it to a reasonable deficit in the 4th, and it's really been this entire quarter that they've been with the ball and on 4th down.
Incomplete. No flag. No flag on the play. And look at Quattro Huff talking
to be
crazy.
fair, I'm not even sure specifically who the intended receiver was. Let's look at that replay. The pressure gets in quick. Sterry has to get rid of the ball. It's 4th down. And that is a turnover. So there's no need for the replay other than to judge what happened so we don't. Here it is. You see, there's only 2 men rushing. So the fact that there's anybody even close and there is no pressure. Listen, Sterry thought he saw something, and maybe he had it there, but he missed. And then here's Dirty Dan to try to close this game out for the U.
No. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. BICs, they don't matter what the score is. Dirty Dan, nah, not today.
Listen, week ones, the past couple of seasons for BIC have always been tough, but they figured it out. Now, they haven't had a team like the U on their schedule, in their opinions, I guess, because last year's Renegades team was a hypothetical championship contender. I'll explain it to you after the game's done, because it obviously was not the same Renegades team we saw today.
Right. It could have been, could have been the same, right.
This is the biggest lead any team has had on BIC.
Period.
In 4 years. More than 1,000 days. And we're headed into the fourth quarter. The U's got those fours up because they're ready to close this one out. Huff knew what he was coming here to do. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 35-19. The defending champs, they're down 16. And they need some relief. Listen, everybody's a little stressed out. There's a lot going on.
A lot of stress, especially on
Now,
that
this is
BIC
CBD.
sideline.
But Kinetic Relief delivers fast, plant-based relief to keep you moving. If you scan that QR code doing whatever it is you might be doing, you might be doing something related to this leaf, right? You might just be watching the game, enjoying it, and say, I could use a 1,000-milligram bottle.
Need that.
Kinetic Relief, RELEAF.com. You can even win a chance for free samples. So visit the website or scan the QR code. 35-19, 15 minutes left in a game of the week that, listen, this doesn't feel like a lot of the UBIC games because it's not great play. It was fumble.
Fumbleaya.
Fumble.
Fumbleroofki.
No one covers the Baltimore special.
Hey, that's my guy.
Listen, the U deserve all the credit in the world because they are making great plays. And to be fair, to start the game, to get to 19, BIC looked like they were rolling as is. But since they took that 19-6 lead, 29 unanswered points for the U, on 3 of the worst errors you can make. 2 turnovers on 1 was a kickoff return. Unacceptable. The other is Ashanti Worthy in a 2-minute drill. And to just give further context, when he could have just ran out of bounds and stopped the clock. That's the smart play, LJ. He should have done it. He's fighting for what? An extra 1 yard, 2 yards? Huff is smart, rips the ball out. But then to start the second half, knowing that you're going to have to come back, and you let a Baltimore special get dropped on top your head like a bomb. Woo! Kenny Stansbury right now has everything he needs to ream these guys into perfect shape for the rest of the season, to be honest. But the game is still going. There's 15 minutes left, and anything can happen in a U-BIC rivalry game.
And folks, listen, if you're just tuning in, if you don't know who this voice is, that's Corey Hammond. I'm LJ Smith. We are live right now, Asbury Park, New Jersey. The score is 35-19. Trenton BIC, the defending champions, are down. Okay, you're not seeing something that's scores messed up. There's some electrical malfunction. No, that is the score, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, again, right now you are watching the U in the green. BIC is in the black and gold. Quattro Huff, number 3 for the U, is going to do everything he can to milk that clock.
And he's got the right running back in the backfield to do it. You see him, he decided to take the sleeves off, number 20 over here, right above the BIC logo. But he looks a little cold, LJ.
Yeah, man.
Maybe, listen, we're all grown men. We know you're tough. Willie Mayweather, you scored 3 touchdowns today. You could put the Under Armour back on. But if he doesn't think he needs it or he thinks it's a fumble risk, I understand. But listen, we start this fourth quarter in a situation I don't think BIC has been in, and I'm just searching my mind for the last time they were down by double digits.
That's right.
It's tough to remember. And I'm almost guaranteed it was against a team like this. But even their most recent loss, LJ, because they were undefeated last year, the last time they lost was in the championship against
So BIC was undefeated
the
last year?
Las Vegas, yes, Insomniacs. The last loss they had on this field, they led for 59 minutes and I believe 30 7 or so seconds. There was 16 seconds left on the clock when they lost the lead.
Wow.
And they haven't been in games where they haven't been either keeping pace or dominating.
So this is new to them.
Since COVID.
Trailing, right? This is new to them. Trailing.
Since COVID, LJ. Since COVID was the last time that they were in a game in which they were losing by double digits, if I am not mistaken. So in the chat, if you are a stat savant and know better, or if you're Cole Gardella, our stats guy, kind of. Miss you, Cole. But we have a 2nd and 8 and a situation not totally unfamiliar to BIC, in which they need their defense to make the plays now. It's not going to be just on Ashanti and Sterry and the offensive playmakers that they trust week in and week out. Because right now, they're not making the plays that they should be. Hypothetically, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they shouldn't have made these plays. Maybe they should, from what I can see, there are plays to make. They're not easy plays.
Listen,
but they should be made.
Listen, but they're down. But here's the thing. The unlikely stuff happened, right? The top 3 players fumbled twice in the first half, which never happens, right?
Yeah.
Kazak Gamma fumbles. Did Ashanti fumble? Right?
Yeah.
So you're
Got
talking
stripped.
about, right. So you're talking about their 2 top, offensively, their 2 top 3 weapons, players, right? The better players of the league fumbling, putting you in a position where.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Was the previous game that we witnessed kind of like a blowout?
No.
Was it like an easily handled game for the Animals?
It was not.
Well, if it felt like it at times, the score's the same. Animals 34, Renegades 22 was the previous final. We're at U35, BIC 19. I would say at times the Renegades looked like they had no idea what to do. Well, now, they did play well, and they got that touchdown at the end.
Renegades scored late. They scored late.
That's what I'm saying.
That late score.
We're talking about the same situation, and we're talking about the defending champs and a Patterson huge team, which I knew was going to be good. But last year had a definite down year. So there's a lot of movers looking in this league thinking that, wow, BIC is vulnerable. That might make this season very interesting.
That means that the U is that much good, that much better.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, the U for sure have let us know that they're ready to play this season. But we'll see how this fourth quarter plays out.
Huff. You think you got him? You don't. You think you see him? You don't. Out of bounds. He's so quick, so elusive. His play calling, his trickery. Now you see him, now you don't.
And as frustrating as it was Sterry Codrington, when he's completing passes and when you're trying to stop the receivers and him at the same time. Wow, there's an update I'm going to say after this point. Huff is the exact same way. You think you're going to cover the receivers, but then it's Huff finding a spot to get loose. And here's Mayweather.
Follow them blockers. Great blocking, Doc Boss.
And LJ, give us that update you just showed us. Another surprise in the A7FL.
So across the league, the Phantoms is up 32-20 against the Virginia Heathens.
Yeah, and I would say that would be an upset. That's the Lexington, Kentucky Phantoms.
Brand new team, right?
There's a lot of Ohio guys on that team that have played in this league before, but the team has never existed as is.
And they got their first W.
And they're traveling to play at the Virginia Heathens from Lexington, Kentucky, making that trip in week 1 and making that statement. Now again, there's a lot of football left to play in both of these games. But shout outs to the Phantoms if they hold on to that. That's a big statement as well.
Big statement game. 2nd and 4. Quattro back to my man Money Man. Game about 2. Get 3rd down, 3rd and short here.
It will bring up 3rd and short. Good tackle made by, looks like 32. Not sure. That's Trey Baskerville, if I'm sure, and 103, Big Mook. Finding the hole and filling it. But of the 3rd downs that you have as a BIC player and must stops.
This is a must stop.
Yeah, you have to get it here because, and the tough part is that how do you do this? How do you stop Quattrell Huffman from all of the things that he can do? Because one of the things that goes overlooked is his ability to play fake. His play action means that if you sell out on a run,
it's over.
He's going to pull it and run, which means that you can't sell out on runs. And on 3rd and 1, what are you supposed to do with Mayweather in the backfield?
Commit something. Quattro with
quick screen to Dot Boss.
Dot Boss, of course. First down. Move them chains, ladies and gentlemen.
And now look at the size that they had on the trips quick screen. Now, by the way, this is a staple for a lot of quarterbacks in the league, myself included. You put 3 wide receivers out there, 2 block, 1 catches, and you go. But when you have a combined weight of probably in the 900s, you could call that the short yardage quick screen, and Huff just drew it up, executed it, and now BIC's got to make a stop even faster.
1st and 10, pump fake, of course, the magician. Quattro Huff looking to make
Can't
plays.
turn it over.
Pump fake, oh, great catch. What a catch. He's out there having fun.
And that's why, and that play is a perfect example of why when I watch Quattro Huffin play quarterback sometimes, it's almost more like fast break point guard than it is actually drop back passer, because there he's moving. He's in attack mode as a runner and able to shift the ball to an open guy downfield just as easily as Chris Paul will find a cutter in the lane in basketball. That's Haas Dubois with another great gain. And the only thing the U is doing right now is moving maybe too quickly downfield.
2nd and 2, Huff. Gotcha!
Oh, no!
Gotcha! I-S, sir, I-S!
And
That's
that
what they needed.
is exactly not
Don't stop playing. One time for the one time.
the way they were doing it. And that's a huge play. 2 veterans in this league that have been around as long as this league has existed, Isaac Negron and Ole Bell. This is the problem with 2 offensive linemen. When neither of them block, now Huff has nothing he can do, and he's lucky. Oh, that was close. That was close. Let's look at that replay. Let's look at that replay. Oh, no, we're not going to get it. We're not going to get it. That was close. Look at him.
Listen, that's a good
If we look at that play again,
It's a fumble?
it looked like it was almost out right before his knee gets down.
Yeah, but you got to remember, I got a Baltimore ref.
Oh. No, it's all. Listen, if BIC wants to call it, I know I'm technically on their roster, but I'm not helping them out. I'm in the booth. Sorry, guys. If they want to call it, then they need to waste that timeout, which is, by the way, they're gonna need. Here's Mayweather, but there's the play fake.
Play action from hell. Good pass. Oh, clean him up. Woo!
And the reason that's not a penalty is because the contact was made at the exact same time as the ball got in there. And let's be honest, Mayweather had an opportunity to catch that. Great play from the defender to make sure it wasn't a catch. And that will bring up 3rd and extremely long, I believe.
Look at that
Great
play
play
action.
fake.
Sheesh.
You see, every defensive lineman goes from trying to chase the run
Some good defense.
to chasing down Huff. And the only saving grace is that my guy, number 2.
He's play action.
Oh, no, that's 4th and 13. So
4th and 13.
BIC gets the first stop that they're going to need. And Ashante Worthy back to return. Now, Huff knows to throw this out of bounds.
Don't do nothing foolish.
I mean, last time he was able to tackle one of these elite returners one-on-one, he ripped the ball from his hands, so maybe he's feeling himself.
But it's not going to be an all-day thing. Eventually,
you
play with fire, you get burned.
Throw it out of bounds.
Eventually, you play with
Force them
fire,
to
you
get the
get
yardage.
burned.
They've been struggling.
You go ahead. You play with that man Hollywood if you want to. Go ahead.
Now, it's smart here. Huff is letting the clock run down because that is one of the enemies BIC has to contend with. And here we are.
And here we are, folks.
3 on 1. He's going to...
What you going to do?
It looks like it's in play.
Wait, what happened?
He pinned him out at the 1.
Wow.
He pinned him out at the 11-inch line.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. What is it that the man can't do? What is it that he can't do?
If somebody ever in the history of the BIC rivalry deserved a special teams MVP award,
Nah, you gotta give him flowers. Nah,
Quattrell Huffin.
Nah, you gotta give flowers. You was giving the Dave Tender earlier the flowers earlier heavy. You gotta give Quattrell more flowers than that, brother.
Well, I mean, other than saying he's the greatest quarterback in the history of our league, and then the other things that I say,
give him more.
You can. I mean, the chat is now. Shout outs to the YouTube chat. And if you want to join the chat to roast me and join LJ roasting me, jump into the chat, youtube.com/the A7FL. And never miss the hits, highlights, and the best of Nopads football. Let's look at what our chat
guys make sure you register to join the chat to smoke this man, because sometimes he be talking crazy.
Well, BIC in a crazy situation here. On their own 99 yards to go, and a lot of points. But
Scary
Sterry
Terry,
might get them
he
all.
could use them legs. Hit them afterburners out there. Stop and go. Good run. What a run. Safe run.
It's the guy you want me to praise who absolutely had to be there and was. Quattro Huffett saves the touchdown, but Sterry finds a way to get a quick 30 to start this drive. But the clock still dwindles down. 8:20. The lead is 17.
So Quattro,
No, 16, excuse me.
It's so funny. Quattro Huff makes a tackle. I feel like that one episode of Will Smith where Will Smith passes himself. Will Smith hits a 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there to Hollywood. Hollywood got that speed. He's not playing, folks. Hollywood, cut back, shake back, speed, keep going. Oh,
As long as he holds
there.
on to the ball, and you
Almost
see
there.
he made sure he did, because the U is coming for that white thing, and they are ripping at it. But the BIC knows how to get yardage quickly. Started at their 1, 49 yards later, they're at midfield.
First and 10, we're not waiting. Quattro Huff up top. Touchdown! Here he goes. Hollywood touchdown. BIC. No
And
flags?
And his readiness,
95?
95%. No limit wearable biometric shorts. Hey, I don't know if they help you jump farther and move faster to be like Ashanti Worthy with just them on.
What about to get wide open?
But they
like
do
Ashanti?
give you real-time performance data so you can train smarter to get like this.
I wouldn't know
And
who
here's
guarded
the
him.
thing.
Who guarded him? Where's this man at? On the floor.
We're not going to say who it is because we've been praising him all day, and he does not deserve the shade.
Who, Quattro Huffin?
I'm not going to say it because he's not even in the frame to say it. So it wasn't him. See, he's not even in the frame.
The highlight guys.
Ashanti Worthy gets so open, the corners are erased from existence. And that will lead to a score of 35-25. It is 10 now. They're going for 2 to cut it to 8.
That's why this game's never over, folks. You can't even go get a sip of water.
And that's why these championship points are so important, because now they can cut it to 1 score with a 2 here.
Look at Kason. Looking for that cross route. Kason, who's there?
It's in the air.
gets-
Does he? Oh, and almost a tip play.
Wait a second. Can you throw a flag on that or tip?
No, because the ball was tipped and there's no pass interference once the ball is tipped. Prince Reem knows that, and he's reminded Kason Campbell.
So why the ref throw that flag, Corey?
That's what I'm saying. But look, once the ball's tipped in the air,
It's fair play.
you could do whatever to the receiver at that point.
Whatever.
Well, within reason.
Yeah.
That's
not a
absolutely
flag.
him holding, but once the ball is tipped, he could do almost whatever. You know, like within the rules of
Right,
like
of
what
course.
men allow other men to do. You know what I'm saying?
Respectfully. Yep.
Respectfully.
Yeah. Nonetheless, still 6 on the board. A lot of time.
They're still having a conversation here, and it is 35-25 with that touchdown. And we saw what could happen inside of 2 minutes in the first half,
Yep.
LJ. Momentum has not necessarily shifted, although Ryan Shamar is looking at the scoreboard right now. You look at the scoreboard. Ryan Shamar is looking at the scoreboard right now and wondering why the Asbury Park scoreboard right now says 63 for the side that had the 25. We're getting there. But that leads us to another 3-on-1 throw-off. Now, reminder.
Gotcha.
It's not just in the fourth quarter, although it is fourth quarter. BIC is down. If they are able to throw the ball far enough and tackle their returner Mayweather before the 20, BIC gets the ball back.
But question, if they catch it in the end zone, they can still do a touchback, right?
Touchback is the easiest way to avoid it, in my
Right.
opinion.
That's what I'm saying.
So you almost have to throw it, if you're being honest, in that sweet spot right before the goal line,
Right.
but not far enough. And here's Matt Riddick, who's got the speed. Does he have the arm? And it's far enough.
When
But it's not
Mayweather-
even going to get inside the 20.
What the heck?
And that's for sure no get back. Mayweather gets out to the 39 on the return.
That's just Mayweather just playing smart football. Just not even not trying to be a hero.
And this I think when you do a coin toss, teams are going to now have to look at this wind, because if you want a chance to get that get back and you're throwing into the wind in Asbury Park when we got 10, 15 miles an hour of wind, you're not going to get that distance. Matt Riddick can throw the football farther than that. And in that situation where he had to throw it his furthest, barely reached the 25. We saw in the first game they didn't even reach it 3 times. The
So
Renegades.
question, so for fans, because
Yes.
again I'm new to this rule as well.
Yeah.
So the player, if they get tackled before the 20,
That's BIC ball.
what happened? That's a turnover.
It's like an onside kick. Yeah, it's the answer in this 3-on-1 format for the onside kick. But it's all lost because he got way past the 20, and here's Mayweather. Oh, tripping!
Tripped on the white line, ladies and
Now,
gentlemen.
what the U want to do in that situation when they run a simple handoff to Mayweather is what? They want to get the 3 or 4 yards to keep it manageable. Because I think where they're at right now is they don't want to have to take those unnecessary risks if they're allowed to. Because, A, just as a smart play caller, you don't want to put yourself in that position. And B, BIC is not a team that you could just do whatever you want and take lightly. They do have a lot of talent out there. And they got to be careful to not turn the ball over again and have the momentum swing wildly. But when you trip on 1st and 10, and now it's 2nd and 13, you're almost forced into position.
You're forced to make
the
a play
exact position BIC wants. And by the way, number 22, last time he played corner, 3 interceptions in the championship game against Vegas. No time better than now for Matt Riddick, 2-time A7FL MVP at wide receiver, to lock up a receiver and maybe even bait a quarterback like Quattrell Huffman into making a possible mistake.
2nd and 18, folks. Quattrell Huffman spread formation option dumped over the Money Mayweather. Did he stay in bounds? Looks like he stayed in bounds.
Well, the clock will continue
runs, right?
until we're
runs?
inside, I believe. It's either 4 minutes or 2 minutes. I think it's 2 minutes. So the clock will run
Regardless.
if they can keep getting first downs. The problem is now, once again, they're 3rd and 11. Seems like they want to run the ball, and this is not a running down.
Because, a lot of times when you up this much, you kind of playing scared tactics, too. You're not playing your same game,
Well, if they're playing tight and they're not, wow, that's a real big mismatch. They cannot have Trey Cohen on dot boss at the top of your screen.
The magician, he makes plays.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Where did he go? Threw it out of bounds. Wow.
And on
that looks like
third
might be
down,
intentional grounding. Is it intentional grounding?
He got outside the tackle box. It reached the line of scrimmage. That isn't a penalty. But it is a great play for BIC because the pressure on – don't fight and get your own penalty on you. Just accept the dub. It's 4th and 11, and now you have a chance to cut it within 1 score. Because you're down by 10, you still need to keep on scoring and see what's happening.
They have fell. The U right now at this point had literally fell into BIC's comeback. Right now, it all starts with this kind of stuff. Now, what do you do?
And listen, what did BIC need to do? They needed to get a stop on the last drive.
Well, no score.
They needed to get a score on the last drive they had the ball.
Yep.
They got it so far. They still needed another stop. So far, looks like they got it.
Plenty of time. Oh, my God.
I think everybody at home knew that even though it was 35-19, this game was far from over because this is BIC in the U, and anybody who's watched this game knows that nobody gets to go home early. Nope. Where you got to sit, you got to stay, and with 4th and 11, you see that the U only brings out 3 guys, so they're once again going to throw it. And as great as the last throw was, BIC just had the ball at their own 1-yard line and went 99 yards in less than a minute. The U, they better hope that BIC isn't fully woken up because meanwhile, we thought the U had BIC right where they wanted them. Maybe, LJ, maybe. And we know Kenny Stansbury.
We sure do.
BIC had the U right where they wanted them the whole time. Here's
folks.
Quattrell Huffman. He's going to look to pin him deep again, and he's going to have a chance. Not as good, but still deep.
10, 12, 13, 14. The 14-yard line.
Still the right throw, which is anywhere out of bounds and away from Ashanti Worthy.
Listen, anything under the 20-yard line right there is
But the tough part for Huff, and like I said, I didn't say that he absolutely got smoked and fell on his face on that last route on the touchdown from Ashanti Worthy.
I'll say it.
Because I didn't say that it happened, right?
I'll say he got smoked.
Yeah, and he tripped. But it's a tough thing to go from playing corner, going back to quarterback, and now having to be the guy that covers Ashanti Worthy to win the game. They still have a 10-point lead. They need to get, of the next 3 drives that I think BIC is going to get, they need to get 2 stops.
1st and 10. BIC back on offense, looking for that comeback. Scary Terry going to be the comeback kid. Good pass over here. Kason Campbell. Kason got that blip blap. That's a first down. Hold on to that rock. 1st and 10 BIC.
Now, all day the guys have been open running whatever routes they have been running. But now you're seeing Sterry really warming up. He's hitting his spots. and giving his receivers a chance to run with it after the catch. See here, this is just a simple cross route. It's just an in.
That's the same catch that he dropped before. This time he doesn't. Stiff arms him to the floor. You little boy, sir. Thank you. Try to hit him with that blip, then go for it. Great tackle right there.
And when you throw the ball in front of your receiver, looked like a 5-yard penalty to force a first and 15 now for
Hollywood
BIC.
at the top of your screen. Hollywood with that cross route. Ooh, Bone wide open. Couldn't get there. Incomplete pass. Second and 15.
That was a great rush from the edge. Looks like number 54 out there. He's been playing great all day, and when you can get pressure on Sterry Codrington and he isn't immediately able to turn it into a long run, you're a pretty special athlete in my opinion. Because that's not an easy thing. How do you turn it down? I don't know how to turn it. Second and 15.
Second and 15, spread formation. Scary. Looking, scanning the field. Great pass in case on Campbell. Hold on to that rock. Look, they trying to do that user strip again. Apparently, they think he's the one. He's the one that's going to cough it up again.
So to bring up third down, they get, because they had the second and 15, so they get back past the original line of scrimmage. But it'll be third and about 6.
Third and about 6. Scary
Only 3 minutes
folks.
left in this game.
Quattro drops back. He got some time. He's going to use them legs, of course. He got a lot of speed and a lot of looseness. Out of bounds.
And the clock continues to run. It will continue to run.
Listen, he's been hit
even
before.
if there's an incompletion, even if you go out of bounds, until under 2 minutes. So this BIC team has to keep it moving. They need to score twice. So they need to get one more stop. But right now, they're moving the ball, but they're running out of time. 2:35 and ticking. First and 10.
First and 10, Codrington. Scamming field, looking. Got time. Good pass, incomplete. He had time back there. It's like they're scared to lose that. They're scared to use the outside depth for him to run and hit that sideline again.
Well, especially with a do or die situation, the coverage was so tight. I think it was smart for him to throw it out of bounds, because if he tested one of those coverages, he might have got intercepted.
Second and 10. Let's try this again. Quattro up top, checking box. Can he get there? Incomplete.
And he goes deep. They've been trying to find a way to get this guy Saeed Blacknall the ball all game, but when that throw didn't even give him a chance. It definitely wasn't a Trey Cohen, but big old number 3. Like, we had him on that slant route earlier in the game. Really good player, obviously wide open, knows what he's doing, but for whatever reason, Sterry has just found it tough to get him the ball, especially deep downfield. And it'll bring up third and 10 after the 2 incompletions. And I don't know, check the field. You'll see Chick laying down, playing his sneak coverage. I know he stands up now.
BIC breaks a huddle. Cohen at the slot in the bottom screen. Case on Cable in the bottom screen as well. I got a feeling that Cohen's going to get that ball. Motion right here, number 15 right here. That's Cohen right there, Tariq Cohen. Oh, quick screen right here. Case on Cable. Case on Cable got that speed. He keeps going. Holds on to that ball. Close to a first down. Short for about a couple. Let's see.
And give Kason a lot of credit on that quick screen, because there was guys within arm's reach of him as soon as he caught the ball. And for him to get on third down 8 yards, that makes this fourth and short manageable.
Fourth and short.
And he's going to go deep. He could have just ran and got it, but he trusts Ashanti Worthy so much that he just gives him a prayer, and it's answered.
How does he do that? How does he just no huddle and bing bang boom?
When your team name is Brothered in Christ, you might as well say a prayer on fourth down, and the answer to that prayer is Hollywood. First and 10.
First and 10. The clock is ticking. Quattro got some time. Terry, you can't get him. He's too elusive. He can bake a cake back there. He got some time. Is that a catch?
That's Trey Cohen.
What a catch. Touchdown. BIC.
And just like that. Now, it took them a lot of time in real time. There's 1:11 left on the clock. But that score now, 35-31 with the 6 on the board.
One stop.
And really, at this point, doesn't even matter what they do with the extra points, because they have to get a stop and get another score. But when you put BIC against their backs against the wall, they come out firing.
That's right. 35-31. Like you said, this conversion doesn't really do anything, right? Because at the end of the day, and you know what's funny? The kicking thing we were talking about earlier backfires. Because guess what? If they would have 2, they could have kicked the field goal time.
Yeah, well, listen. The other thing that is in play, now, again, we're looking at that beautiful American flag to see how much wind we got. The get-back rule is still in. Also, 1 minute 11 is still a ton of time for both of these teams to keep scoring.
Let's see what Scary Terry does here. Big play.
This is the one-point conversion.
Hollywood to his left.
By the way, if they converted 2 of their 2s that they've missed, this would have been a tie ball game
Scary Terry got some time. Congington. You can't catch him. Some good blocking. You can't get there yet. Give me a good pass. Oh, the wind caught that one.
That one wasn't a good one. It doesn't matter now, but like I was saying, it's 35-31. If 2 or any 2 of the 2-point attempts that they got went in, either this one or any time other in the game, this is a tie ball game. That's why those championship points are so big, especially in big-time games like this.
As Big Rob would say, big-time games.
Now, unfortunately, there is a limit to the amount of time we can watch these 2 teams play football today, but there is no limit when you go with no-limit wearable biometric shorts. Delivering real-time performance data, train smarter, recover better, scan the QR code, and learn more at nolimit.pro.
Now, do me a favor right now, because for fans just joining, tell us again exactly the comeback rule once again here.
3-on-1 throw-off.
Right.
Throw-off team must always throw the ball past the 25. In the get-back, if the team throwing the ball off is losing at any point in the game now, it used to only be the fourth quarter.
So this situation...
This calls for it.
BIC.
And you keep the returner from getting back to the 20-yard line, which means it must be a return and not a touchback. But it has to be a tackle downed before the returner reaches the 20.
Turnover on downs.
The BIC would have the ball 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line going in with a chance to win this game, not having to play one down of defense.
That's like a cheat code. Who made up that rule?
Well, really what it is, because the percentages are low on this being able to occur.
Right.
But there is, other than this, no other way with our safety rules. Oh, and that's a big penalty, because if this is the dumbest penalty in the history of the world.
What penalty you got?
All right, so if the penalty results for yards against BIC, they still have to tackle him before the 20. So they just penalize themselves out of the whole thing that I just explained to them.
So unless the guy runs back and does something stupid.
If they can somehow throw it far enough with the extra yards and still tackle him with the extra yards, then they deserve it. That's the point.
That's crazy.
I don't know if the flag results in penalty yardage. And it does not. So they are lucky.
And listen, they got Money Mayweather. One thing about Money Mayweather, he's not doing anything to say that.
But here's the risk. You're going to see those gunners running full speed trying to get to him. They might overshoot it and lead for another touchdown. We just saw that in the previous game. Here's Mayweather. He catches it at the 14, so he's already at the 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Keep it simple. That's Money Mayweather. Get off of me. That's Money Mayweather. He's a little boy. The level of disrespect with these stiff arms be crazy in the A7.
And what we've seen in this game, in plays like that, is when Quattro Huffin is throwing the opposite direction with the wind, he can throw it wherever he wants, which has led to some of the big plays that we've seen on 3-on-1s when Huff is the thrower. Right now, BIC, which is kind of like revenge for I'll explain in the championship game in a second. They can't reach far enough to even give themselves a shot on this because that ball was caught at the 14. Meaning that Mayweather only had to go 5 yards for that to be a rule. Now, BIC still has 3 timeouts.
Right. 3 timeouts. Clock stop, incomplete pass under 2 minutes, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The last 2 times out for the U have been 3 and outs. So this game is still far from over. And if anybody knows how to win this game, it's the defending champion BIC.
So if you're Mayweather right now,
they got to be careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have a lot of big guys in that box right now, and they better bring Mayweather down before he gets a lot of yards.
Mayweather. That was a nice run.
That's a great yardage
With
run
everyone in
on
the box
first
like
down.
that, they still got like 7 yards.
And he's really been one of the key players for them. Obviously, we talk about Quattrell Huffin. Haas Dubois has made a bunch of big plays.
But as far as consistency, right? As far as
It's
consistency,
3 touchdowns from Mayweather that really have been may be the difference if you look at it.
And he came late too, right? He got to the game a little bit late, or they came to the game late.
In honor of Courage Mosey.
I got you.
And shout out, not that anything bad happened to Courage. He's still with us. He's just not in the league, right? He is a retired football player. Shout outs to Courage Mosey wherever you are. But Mayweather showed up late just like you used to. Reminds us of the good old days. Back to live action. 1 minute and 3 left.
Another inside handoff. Money Mayweather.
And it's going to be
that line of
close. He's
scrimmage.
driving it. He's pushing it.
He's too
and
strong.
it's a first down.
If he gets out of bounds.
If he went out of bounds, that is not a good play.
No, that's not a good play.
Because if he stayed in bounds, that is basically game over.
Right. So he stays in bounds. So technically they still got 2 timeouts left. You know.
So now with BIC only have 2 timeouts and 55 seconds left. Really, all the U has to do is run it in bounds 3 times. Game over.
How you figure? No.
The play clock on the third down, if they run it first down, timeout. Second down, timeout.
How many seconds is the play
Third
clock?
down, they run it. They let the play clock run out. That's it. Game over.
It depends how many seconds is the play clock. If play clock is 35 seconds, you get 1 possession still. If you know what I'm saying? They got thrown off to them. They got punched.
Play clock is, I believe, 35 seconds.
So play clock 35 seconds. They still got time. They just got to tackle them quickly. They got to tackle them within by like the 50.
Well, if the U stop the clock on their own, then BIC has a chance. But right now, the U are just looking to close it out.
Inside hand of the Money Mayweather. Money Mayweather.
Gotta
Money
hold on
Mayweather.
to the ball.
Hold
They're
on to
gonna
that
rip at
rock.
it.
Nah, he's not rapping that.
And they call a quick timeout.
You don't call that man Money Mayweather for nothing. This is money time right now.
Listen, another first down, it's game over. So that loss of yardage is big for BIC. But here's the deal.
This is a huge win
they
for
gotta,
Quattrell Huff.
They got to hope that the U want to throw it or something.
Nah. Quattrell needs his win. This is a huge win for him. He's not going to play.
Need
That's
this
low
win.
IQ.
He's a 4-time champion. He doesn't need anything.
How many wins he got to get? How many wins he got against BIC?
He deserves this win if they get it.
Right.
And they'll go into a knee, which is a smart play.
Move. Told you.
Calls the timeout. And now, basically on third down, they can call the play.
Wow, is that
run it out, and it's game over if they decide to make this game over. Now, with 43 seconds left, there's technically like 8 seconds left.
Right? Does the clock stop when you're doing a throw off if you punt?
Well, once they snap it, it doesn't stop, you know. But if they let the clock run down, then it would be a penalty, and then the clock was out.
Okay.
So we're just doing the real nitty gritty math here, and the Phantoms do go final, 32 over the Heathens 20. I talked with Keith Stallman, known in Baltimore as RTU, and he was confident that the Heathens were a legit team. They have a lot of good guys. They have a lot of guys you're familiar with. They have a new guy, their quarterback. We know him as Captain America.
Wait a second.
For the Phantoms.
Say it again.
What?
Because, I just saw that new Avengers thing, that thing where it says Steve Rogers will return. You said Captain America is his name?
Yeah, well, his name's not Steve Rogers, and he isn't going to return. It's not Chris Evans. Listen, I didn't make up the name Captain America. It's a pretty cool nickname.
He better be good when we see his guy. He says his name's Captain America.
He's the captain of the American rugby team, so I get it.
Okay, gotcha.
But here's the 3rd and 15.
Because if a guy's
And
named
what I
Captain
think
America,
Huff is going to try to do is maybe get that clock down to under
kill the extra
35.
10.
But here's the handoff.
Money Mayweather. That was stupid. That was even foolish
why
reaching
would you
like
do
that.
that?
Why would you do that?
And now we're going to see where the clock stops because they're letting it run. And Will Franklin is looking at the clock as the play clock runs down.
So is it 3rd down or 4th down?
It is now officially 4th down. So it looks like, based on the U chilling, what they're going to do is let the clock run all the way down as far as they can, take the penalty,
Then
and
throw it
legitimately,
off.
if there's 3 seconds left,
They can just throw that mad. They can throw it in the corner or whatever and run the clock, right?
Now, we got to watch Will Franklin because they're saying it's over, but we have to really be exact with the time here. So here we go. We're going to get the penalty. And the amount of seconds is big here because this 3-on-1 I do not believe is timed. And if it is not a timed down, that means that even if they throw it out of bounds, there's still 2 seconds left on the clock, which is what I think I heard Zach say.
So I can hear him saying I can hear him saying something about 3 seconds.
Now, if there's 3 seconds on the clock and you run back and forth and then throw it out of bounds.
Can you do that? Would you do that? Risk?
No, because they're going to throw it backwards right now. And look, the clock is now done.
Smart.
And that's the game. And listen, they can playfully punch each other all they want. That is playful. But that is a smart way to end the game. And right now, hey, that's it.
Listen, what
I wish
game.
there was more climax to it, but the U just played smart football and beat the defending champs. So if you're not excited about exactly the way that it went,
here we go.
This was still the game that you needed to see.
Let him cook.
Patterson U with 35.
Here we go, guys.
And BIC did get the 31.
Corey's in his bag. Go ahead, bag. Let him know.
But what an upset week 1. If you are excited about this football and think that you can beat the defending champs, A7FL.com/owners. Put your money where your mouth is.
They don't want no smoke.
And bring a team to your city.
You think they want them
For
problems?
me, LJ, for Zach, for the crew, for Ryan DePaul just popping in to tell us there's an echo. This has been A7FL Games of the Week. You're welcome. And be back here next Sunday where we have action at 1, 4, 7, and 10.
Yes, sir.
On your home for the best No Pats football in the entire universe.
Till next time.